Greetings everyone. Another brand new day. Another great day to be gaming. Yeah. We're gonna be continuing Toho Ace Attorney, Shameimaru. We're gonna be doing the extra chapter. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's been getting longer and longer every chapter, so I don't know if we can finish this in one playthrough today. But we'll just go as far as we can. Aya is called to defend the fallen Celestial, but the evidence looks abysmal. With the help of Kappa technology, stage a comeback and prove her innocence. The forest reaches up the skies, the heavens peer down upon Kensokyo. Those who live here are Celestials and Hermits who have transcended human knowledge and desires. Compared to the menagerie of conflicting minds on land. Grammar, please. It is a peaceful world. However, this can lead to an overabundance of idle time. Bored again, as usual. Maybe I'll go back down to the surface and place a little bet with someone. As for what I would want to win, nothing is immediately coming to mind. And even if I challenge someone confident, if they aren't interested in what I'm offering, they won't accept. So what should I do? That's it, the Kappa's inventions. But the Kappa are just as clever as a Tengu. I'll need to wager something valuable enough to convince them to play along. Wait, but if I were to use that, I think it's worth trying at least. Tenshi, don't do something dumb. An ominous rain falls during the bet between the Celestial and the Kappa that night, and the game's conclusion is... Oh shit! What's happening? Usually you kinda can get the gist of the whole picture like really early on. But they gave very vague outline of what happened. Good news hunting weather today. I've got a feeling I'll find the big scoop. Yes, which you'll have to be a defense attorney for. There certainly was a terrible storm last night. However, I'm not so sure if that will guarantee a story. Well, give me a break. Whenever I try to get myself worked up, you say something that brings me down again. Sorry. But it sounded like you were wanting to go looking for news today. And what does it sound like you don't want to? Huh? No, that's not it at all. Mobiji's acting odd. I get the feeling she's not telling me everything. Momiji, you wouldn't happen to be hiding anything, would you? What? No, of course not. I think someone is at the door. Huh? Well, wait. No, there's something wrong with her. But I guess I'll deal with that later. Please pardon the intrusion. Here it comes. Oh. It's Miss Izayoi. You don't come this far very often, do you? No. But I'm here to say that we are in a situation that has become rather out of hand. So, what would that be? There was an incident last night. Theft and property damage at Miss Nitori Kawashiro's house. We at the Scarlet Devil Mansion were informed as soon as it occurred. And we were finally able to apprehend the suspect earlier. That was rather quick. Yes, it would have been sooner, but the suspect was rather fleet of foot. In addition to that, her attitude was extremely violent, bringing her into considerable effort. Judging by that behavior, she doesn't seem very nice. I spoke of the charges earlier. Miss Kawashiro also claims she committed the crime, and there was quite a bit of incriminating evidence. Wait, what? It also sounds like she's guilty already. Wait, don't tell me. You want me to take her case and act as a defense attorney? Yes, exactly. As it is, I believe our suspect does not understand the circumstances, as we are unable to converse with her in her current emotional state. It is undecided for the moment if we hold a trial, but I would like for you to speak with the suspect regardless. Then, if you wish to act again as a defense attorney, I believe they will hold another trial. I see. So we await your response. I guess we might as well. Let's head for the detention cell, Momichi. I refuse. What did you say? What do you mean by that? But the ghost. Law what? The ghost? What in the world is she talking about? Where'd that come from? So what is this ghost you're talking about? Last night I was patrolling by the waterfall and I saw that the human village was within an uproar. When I went to investigate the problem, I heard a strange rumor. Strange rumor, you say? Yes, when someone was walking by themselves through the rain, they heard a voice. But when they turned to look around, they didn't see anything. It's Nitori and her camouflage. They thought it was just their imagination, so they turned back and eek. Oh, just thinking about it gives me the chills. Ridiculous. Are they just hearing things? But it seems like several other people in the village experienced the exact same thing. It's Nitori and her camouflage thing. Or like her stealth, like invisibility machine. One person said it was a broken specter bigger than a house. Someone else said it was a yokai as fast as lightning. And another said it was a shadow of a guardian spirit who lost their home. Can they make up their minds? Besides, that sounds more like a yokai than a ghost to me. It was a yokai's ghost. A yokai ghost, huh? So, is that why you didn't want to go out there yet? Because you were scared of that? Yes. Good grief. Assuming this rumor is true, doesn't it only come out in the rain? There isn't a cloud in the sky right now. But there was a good weather yesterday as well. But then there was a downpour all of a sudden, right? So the same thing might happen today too. I suppose. By the way, where did the ghost appear again? Seems like it only appeared around the human village. So as long as we don't go near the human village, everything will be fine. Unfortunately, as it doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, there shouldn't be any problems, right? Well, I guess so. So that settles it. Oh, I hope the ghost doesn't come out. Let's go. Excuse me. And they send in the Tengu to finish me off. Where did you get that idea? There's all some scheme to keep me locked up, isn't it? If it's not, release me this instant. Just calm down for now and please listen to us, Miss Hinanaoi. Yes, please. After all, communication is important. Communication? Important? Then why was I locked up in here without so much as a syllable? Good grief. Now I see what Miss Isayoi was talking about. I wonder if even the judge could silence her in court. It's Eiki, of course you can. About the trial system. Let me fill you in on the situation, Miss Hinanaoi. Here on the ground, we are currently operating under the trial system for resolving disputes. Trial system? When an incident occurs, the policing forces catch the suspect, then a trial is held to determine if they are guilty or not. And you are arrested by the Scarlet Devil Mansion, who are in charge of that policing forces. Meaning? To put it simply, you're under arrest as a criminal behind last night's incident. And now we will decide if you truly are the criminal or not. Me? A criminal? This had better be a joke. Under the trial system, the suspect does have some rights, so you can ask for an attorney to defend you in court. And of course, if it is proven that you committed the crime, you will be found guilty. But I didn't do anything. Do you deny your charges? In that case, I will accept the role as your defense attorney. This is ludicrous. If I had my spell cards, this would have been settled in an instant. Sorry, but that wouldn't work. What a trial system is in fact, the usage of all spell cards is sealed. If you try to fight it, I cannot guarantee the results. Fine, then. Are there any other more useful looking attorneys I can choose from? That's not very nice. Unfortunately for you, I'm the only defense attorney in Getto. If I don't defend for you, the chances of you being found not guilty are infinitesimally small. Holy crap, that's a hard word. I see. Then I guess I have nothing to lose by letting you handle it. Say something already. Something. Not that. Fine then. Please defend me, Miss Shameimaru. I accept. Please leave everything to me. Challenge accepted. So she's finally shown a little humility. That actually felt pretty good. Ah yeah, aren't you scared of going too far? Well, we needed to do this much at least, just so she understands what kind of situation she's in. About the case. Now can you give me a brief summary of the incident? I wouldn't call it an incident. I just made a little bet with the Kappa, that's all. Don't tell me that's why I'm in here. I don't think that would give me them enough of a reason to arrest you. Didn't Miss Izari say anything when she captured you? I guess they suspected me of doing that after all. Well, and what would that be? When I was arrested, the maid told me you're under arrest for charges of larceny. Charges of larceny? So was something stolen? Yes, it seems that Kappa's invention went missing. I suppose that qualified as stolen. Oh, someone stole Nitori's stealth thing. But why were you arrested, Miss Hinanaoi? I told you already, when the incident happened, I was in the middle of a bet with the Kappa. I was the only one there when it was stolen, so that must be why they suspected me of doing it. When you say bet, you mean you were engaged in a game where both participants bid something based on how confident they are of winning? Of course, that's what gambling is all about. So what did you bid? I offered a secret treasure from the heavenly realm. Then what about Miss Kawashiro? She bid... Please answer me, Miss Inaoi. It was an invention, one the Kappa had made herself. So you're saying the thing that was stolen was the same thing you were trying to win? Yes. This isn't good. So who won the bet? I did. I won. Miss Naoi, every time you lie to me, you make it that much harder for me to defend you, reducing our already slim chances of success. Are you sure you won the bet? I'm not lying, because I'm not the culprit. I can't make her understand the situation a little. Bored. She's never going to tell me the truth. Well, we're going to the STM. And let's go to STM first. Remy, what's up? Doesn't look like there's anyone here. Oh well, let's just come back later. How is there no one? There's Remy, there's Flan, there's definitely Mailing. Oh. Nice water wheel. We finally made it to Miss Kawashiro's house. Ah. Hey. Are you okay, Momiji? Sorry, Aya. I lost my footing. The ground's all muddy because of the storm last night. See? Now it's all over my hands. It's okay. I'm already muddy. Find a clean spot on my clothes and wipe your hands off. But there's no way you can go into Miss Kawashiro's house covered in mud like that. I guess you're right. I'll go change and be right back. And be careful not to slip again. I won't. Let's go in. Same day. Nitori's house. Hello. Oh, hi there, Aya. Miss Kawashiro, I heard this is where the theft occurred. Yeah. Do you think you could give me some more details on what happened last night? So you're defending that Celestial, huh? Yes, I am. I don't believe she actually committed the crime. But it seems like a waste of time to me. There's no one else who could have stolen it but her. That will be decided in court. But for now, can you tell me about the incident? Sure. Since you're always looking out for Momichi, I'll give you a hand. But I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Nitori. The timing's not right. Wait, should I just re-enter? The speed is completely off. No! I can't sync it. I'm too scrub at this. Oh well. First, tell me your experience. When the theft occurred, we were in the middle of a game. She had just left for the restroom. Right after she left the room, I was attacked from behind and passed out. When I woke up, she wasn't there anymore, and when I went to check on the stuff, it was gone too. As the attorney does make it sound like Miss Hinanaoi is the criminal. By the way, the article that went missing were the collateral of your bets, correct? That's right. Can you tell me what you had bet? It was an optical camouflage suit I made. If you wear it, you can make yourself invisible. I see. So did you notice anything else at the time? Not really. Actually I did. What was it? When I was attacked, I smelled something sweet right before I passed out. It was Tenshi's peach. The peach. What was it again? A sweet smell? Sorry, I remember smelling something, but I don't know what it was exactly. Quite a quandary. While I'm thinking about it, where was the suit before it was stolen? Oh, I put it in the safe in the storeroom, just so that Celestial couldn't pull any tricks. Safe? It's the kind where you got to enter a password to open it. If you don't know the password, you shouldn't be able to open it, but Miss Hinanaoi shouldn't have known the password, right? Though she shouldn't have. Is there anyone else other than you and Miss Hinanaoi who might know the password? Nope. I keep important things in there, so I don't tell anyone else. So as long as she had no way of knowing how to open the safe, that means there's no way she could have been able to steal the suit. Zeking. By the way, what was the game you were playing at the time of the incident? We were playing shogi. Do you see that shogi board over there? I see. I mean, yes, I do. But is shogi really something serious enough to bet on? Yeah, a serious game of shogi can last for hours. There were no special rules, just a normal game. The first to completely trap their opponent's king was the winner. In other words, if your king was trapped, you lost. That sounds standard to me. There are other ways to play it, but then it would have taken even longer. It hasn't been touched since the theft, so all the pieces should be where they were. By the way, who won the game? That would be me. It was that Celestial's first time playing shogi. She was surprisingly pretty good, but no match for me. So Miss Hinanaoi never played shogi before. Nope. She seemed pretty self-confident though. So it was you who won the game, just as I suspected. And then when Miss Hinanaoi realized that she had lost, she decided to steal the goods instead. If you're interested, you can check the shogi board. It should be clear as crisp spring morning that I won. The shogi board, huh? Might as well check it for now. Check. There's a shogi board from the time of the incident. Looks like the upper side has the lower side beaten soundly. I want to ask someone who knows more about shogi, but Miss Kawashiro is the victim, so she thinks Miss Hinanaoi did it. Maybe I should ask a third party. Momiji should do nicely. Paper lamp. Kappa no kawa nagare. This means something like the best swimmers drown the most, right? Didn't she have any other scrolls? Guess there's nothing more? Oh yeah. Yeah, that rumor's been going around lately, but I don't really believe it or anything. It's the camouflage thing. It's your camouflage thing. Oh, Momiji, what's up? Wait, Yomu? Where'd she come from? Huh? Isn't that Miss Kompaku over there? Ah, she's gone. So much for that. I wonder what she was doing here. Ah, yeah. Ah, welcome back, Momiji. How is the investigation coming? Have you made any progress? Well, nothing in particular, really. Oh. So what should we do now? I don't know. What do you think we should do? Don't ask me. Ah, Momiji, Aya. Hi, Tori, long time no see. Are you going somewhere? Yeah, just down to the SDM for a bit. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to lock the house while I'm gone. If you need anything, drop by later, okay? Okay, we will. Or are you going to the SDM? SDM, now that I think of it, Detective Bizarre did mention something about already having evidence. Maybe I should ask her for more information. Let's go. Actually, can we present the shogi board? Oh, we don't even have it. Okay, SDM it is. SDM. 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 Detective Isoyoi, I finally found you. Oh, Miss Shameimaru, have you come to a decision? As I deny the claims that Miss Hinanaoi committed this crime, I have agreed to defend her. I see. In that case, I will continue with the necessary arrangements for the trial. Yes, please. Speaking of the trial, I would appreciate it if you could give me some more details about the case. Very well. However, I think it might be best for if you were unaware of such facts. So how about we start with if Miss Hinanaoi was holding any incriminating evidence? As you wish. If we don't know that much, we won't be able to defend her, and I'm positive the evidence will show up in court. Evidence. So what kind of concrete proof have you found? I searched the suspect soon after I arrested her and made quite a few discoveries. Look, what did you find exactly? First, I found a slip of paper in her right skirt pocket. What is this? There's a bunch of numbers here. I confirmed with Miss Kawashiro and was informed that it was a password to her safe. So that would means that Miss Hinanawi had accessibility to the contents of the safe. Oh, our one way out of this. And that's so blurry. 987563. Oh gosh, my eyes like derping looking at this. My eyes are like shaking because it's so blurry and like trying to focus it. And this was discovered in her left skirt pocket. What is that, a bag? When I inquired with Miss Hinanawi, she called it a pocket universe, an exceedingly elastic bag capable of containing anything. And inside the bag, I found this. It can't be. I don't believe it. Believe it. This is unmistakably the optical camouflage suit stolen from Miss Kawashiro's house. And Miss Hinanawi was found holding it. There's no way she can talk her way out of this one. Okay. You're convinced the only person who could be the thief is Miss Hinanawi? Oh, maybe we would have been better off not knowing. Let's go to the detention cell. Let's object to her info from before and give her a good smack. Ah, it's you. So, were there any new developments? Yes, I suppose you could say that. Could you please be a little more specific? Miss Naoi, do you mind if I ask you a quick question? I don't see why not. Password. This was what they found on you when you were arrested. Wow, what is that? Paper. There's nothing but numbers written on it. The numbers written on this piece of paper are the password to Miss Kawashiro's safe. Really? And at the time of the incident, Miss Kawashiro's invention was stored inside the safe. So what are you trying to say? I'm saying it was possible for you to have opened the safe and steal Miss Kawashiro's invention. What? I don't see how that is proof I actually did steal it. And suit. Miss Hinanawi, this was found on you when you were arrested. That's one of Miss Kawashiro's inventions. It's called an optical camouflage suit. With this, it's possible to make yourself invisible. That really? Please don't act like you don't know what this is. Isn't this what Miss Kawashiro bid for your little game? And then it went missing afterwards, appearing later in your pocket. I didn't know it was in there, and I don't know how it got there. You knew the password, that means you could have opened the safe. Then they found the optical camouflage suit from the safe in your pocket. Bag in your pocket. No matter how you look at it, you must be a criminal. Ooh. Do you finally understand your situation now, Miss Hinanawi? But that can't be right. I didn't do it. Tenshi suspicion. Miss Hinanawi, at this point in time, you are highly suspicious. Even I, your defense attorney, cannot disagree entirely. What are you saying? Aren't you supposed to be on my side? Are you just going to abandon me? I'm a defense attorney. It is a defense attorney's job to believe in their client to the bitter end. However, you lied to me. It was Miss Kawashiro who actually won the bet. I apologize. I just thought if I told you that I lost, then you would become even more suspicious of me. Please don't feel that way. If you tell the truth, everything will work out fine in the end. So do you swear that you absolutely did not steal anything? Yes, I swear I did nothing. So please don't abandon me. If you do, then no one else will believe me. seems you finally understand your situation. Do not worry, I will continue to believe in you and defend your innocence. Oh gosh, I need some water. There we go, thank goodness. Well, this could just be an act. I can't say for sure. But now that she's completely humbled herself, doubt she'll even consider lying to me anymore. There's just got to be another side to this case. There should be two. There's got to be. Grammar people! Miss Naoi, I have another question for you. During the time of the incident, did you go to the restroom? That's likely where you were at the time, so do you remember anything after that? I don't remember much. I was suddenly accosted from behind, then I lost consciousness. But I faintly recall smelling something sweet then. A sweet smell? Miss Kawashiro said the same thing, didn't she? She did? Well, she said she smelled something, but couldn't quite tell what it was. I don't know what it was I smelled either. You don't say. So I guess that means you also have no idea what the face of your assailant looked like. No, the light bulb was out, and it was so dark I couldn't make out their face at all. I had a candle with me, but... Light bulb? It's one of the Kappa's inventions. It uses electricity to create light. It's just that at the time, it wasn't working. Wasn't the room where you were playing shogi also dark? We had a lantern in it, but it was still a little dark. This is all we can get. We won't have a leg to stand on in court. Which means our final hope right now rests on what happened during the game that night. Miss Kawashiro should be back by now. Let's get Moji to take a look at the shogi board. Okay, now let's go to Nitori's house. Let's go! Still working hard, Miss Shameimaru? I have to. Once I decide to defend someone, I must work tirelessly for their sake. But you're still in a pretty sticky situation. But no one ever said it'd be easy. Now let's check. So this is the shogi board from last night. Doesn't look like the king has a way out. Just to be certain, which side was yours, Miss Kawashiro? That was the upper side, and she was the lower side. Which is, to put it simply, the side closest to the door was mine. So you're saying Miss Hinanaoi lost? Of course, even though she said she won, she never stood a chance, did she? I know how you feel, but by looking at this board, it was obvious Miss Hinanaoi was completely beaten. Hitori is the clear winner here. I better take a picture of this board. There's a chance it might come handy later. Getto daze. Okay. So, since Miss Hinanaoi lost the bet, that could be seen as a motive. If this keeps up, you're going to lose the trial just as badly. This must be pretty hard for you, Miss Shameimaru. This is way more than must be, it is. I just came up with an idea. I don't know if it'll really help you or anything. That doesn't sound comforting, but who knows? Hitori's idea. So what's your idea? Well, I was going to show you how Kappa technology could help you in your investigation. Vari, called forensics. Forensics? That sounds rather impressive. I don't even know what it means, but it must be incredible. It's not that big of a deal. Let me give you a primer. Actually, when they brought back the trial system, they were planning on putting me in charge of forensic investigation anyway. Miss Nolly read about it in a book somewhere, so she asked me to handle it. I get all the data related to the case and take it down to the SDM. She was the one who got the film, wasn't it? So that's amazing. However, I haven't been able to get much data since I haven't been able to do much investigation. But they said they wanted me to bring them what I had so far earlier. So that's why you had to leave. Exactly. Of course they told me not to. They told me not you let you in on it. Game, please, grammar. But I think Tenshi is guilty anyway, so I don't think they'll mind. At least, I don't think you'll find anything that will hurt the prosecution's case. I guess it's true that even with science, we won't be able to do much. I don't even know how it works myself, but we're in trouble regardless. Let's go outside for a bit. I can give you a front row seat to the spectacle of forensics. Let's go. Same day. Outside Litori's house. That was fast. Yes, we're at a loss for time, so we're trying to find leads as quickly as possible. In that case, I'll show you how much the power of science can help. Forensics. So will forensics help us find solid evidence? You bet. For now, let's try identifying these footprints. Identifying footprints? Yeah, that's right. Don't you remember? It was absolutely pouring last night. That's why the ground's all muddy. Ah, that's how Momiji got dirty earlier. Ah, dude, don't just blurt it out like that, Aya. Hahaha. I could see that happening to you. Anyway, since the ground is soft, anyone who walks on it will leave footprints. Now I'm starting to understand. This might be fun. Just tell me which footprints you want to identify. I'll make a mold of the print, and you can compare it to the person you think it belongs to. There's a match, it'll become evidence. But there are only two sets that really stand out to me. The big one. This footprint, please. Please, leave it to me. Here you go, all done. Tenshi has big feet. A perfect match. It's a match. Looks like these are Miss Hinanao's footprints. Unless she was walking backwards. These are from when she was running away from my house. But when she came to my house, it wasn't raining yet. So there shouldn't be any prints anyway. I guess that's towards the house up there. And this away from the house. Oh. There's a third suspicious print. This footprint, please. Leave it to me. Here you go, all done. Nitori. A perfect match. It's a match. These look like Litori's footprints to me. I ran outside soon after I woke up. That's when I found footprints leading away from my house, so I followed them as fast as I could. These must be the footprints from that time. None of these footprints seem terribly helpful. But if we give up here, then Miss Hinanaoi will be found guilty. And if you say that, we've done all we can. Whatever, let's take another good hard look for prints. That one. This is? What is it, Aya? I found a footprint hidden by the grass. I never expected a footprint here. You're amazing, Aya. Nothing escapes your sharp eyes. Well, I am a reporter after all. So take it from here, Miss Kawashiro. Okay, sure thing. Here you go, all done. Yomu? Yep. A perfect match. Oh shit! This is? What's the matter, Aya? Whose footprint is it? It's Miss Konpaku's. What? What is her footprint doing here? Oh, now I remember. Huh? What is it? The thing is, Yomo asked me to repair her broken alarm clock earlier. And it just so happened that she was going to pick it up on the day of the theft. I had no idea. But then I don't think it has anything to do with the case. Yes, it does. But the weird thing is, she never showed up. Yes, she did. Huh? She never came to your house. Nope. Maybe she didn't want to disturb our match. She's a pretty serious girl. Now that you mention it, I think I saw her here earlier. She appeared rather upset about something. She was restless and couldn't seem to calm down. Oh, really? Rather unusual not to see her composed. What? So Yomu was here today? Yes, just a little while ago in fact. Really? I wonder why she didn't come inside. What? She didn't visit you this time either? Nope. That seems suspicious to me. Yeah, Yomu is a secret criminal. Yeah. So we haven't found any other evidence that ties her to this case. Not to mention, we don't know her motive. That is certainly true. So should I show you the safe? I think it'd be a good idea to inspect the scene of the crime. Really? You'd be fine with that? Sure. Back to the house. I guess nothing here. Here we go. Here's the storeroom. And that's a small ass safe. So strictly speaking, this will be the scene of the crime. There isn't much time until the trial starts, Aya. Let's investigate this room as fast as we can. Okay, can't talk. The cog. Isn't this gear out of place? Oh right, that's because of the downpour from yesterday. Too much water will do that. Well, this gear generates electricity. It's connected to the water wheel outside, so when the water wheel turns, it makes this gear turn too. That generates electricity. Just that the heavy rains really increase the flow of water. The water wheel spins too fast, it puts too much stress on the generating gear, and it'll get all out of whack. Well, if you knew that could happen, why didn't you try making the gear stronger? It's almost the rainy season, you know? Well, I can't say you're wrong, but the water wheel is practically brand new. I was going to use that turbine to make use of that geyser from the Chiraden incident, but the black and white magician said that a water wheel was the way to go. I thought it would probably be more efficient, so I decided to try it out. Besides, I only just noticed this problem recently. I was wanting to fix it, but between preparing for the forensic investigation and making my optical camo suit, I've been busy. Oh gosh, so much reading. I need a quick rest. Drink some water. Catch my breath. And here we go again. There's the same optical camouflage suit that was stolen, right? Yeah, you got it. And then there's everyone asking me to fix whatever they have that needs fixing. Things like Yomu's alarm clock and the kitchen furnace at Hakurei Shrine. That's why I haven't had time to get around to the gear problem. I see. So basically whenever there's a downpour, the electricity stops? Yeah, that's about right. Wait a minute, thought you had a backup battery somewhere. Yeah, of course I do, but it's all used up. Used up? What do you mean? What does that mean? Whenever the electricity current falls below the normal level, the backup battery makes up for it. Was that a little too complicated? Let's just say, even if the water wheel isn't generating the normal amount of electricity, no big deal. Also, sometimes I'll end up needing more electricity than the water wheel can generate. So by using the backup battery, I can use a bunch of electrical tools at once. I see. But the weather forecast yesterday said that there was a low chance of rain. And that if it did rain, it wouldn't be hard enough to mess up my generator. So I ended up using way too much electricity and left myself in the dark. I didn't notice my backup battery was used up until I finished working on Yomu's clock yesterday. I figured it would recharge in 2 or 3 days, but then all of a sudden it started pouring buckets. Sounds like quite a predicament. That means you're completely out of electricity right now. Why haven't you put the gear back in place? The police said they wanted to preserve the scene of the crime. So in some ways, I guess it's a good thing. There's definitely a lot more to this case than meets the eye. And if I don't figure it out soon, dislodged gear. What the heck is that yellow thing over here? This is a kitchen too. This isn't the storeroom. And what's this blue shit? The floor seems kind of damp here. Looks like it. Maybe the rain blew it in here. If so, doesn't that strike you as odd that it's only wet around here? That does seem a little strange, yes? But we don't have much time to thoroughly investigate why. Actually, I wanted to know why the floor was wet too, so I checked it out earlier. Wait, what? Looks like it's made of saliva. So this could be anyone's. Yeah, but one person came to mind right away. When I went to the STM earlier, I took a sample from her and compared it to the one here. So when you said her, you mean? That's right, it's Tenshi's. Just as I thought. It's when she was locked out and she was unconscious on the floor. But thinking about it normally, doesn't seem likely that the thief would be someone who drews a lot. I wonder what happened that made her salivate like this. I'm not so sure. But sometimes when you nod off at your desk while writing an article, a little will spill out. You stupid dog. No one needed to hear that. But it's relevant. I'm sorry. I'm back that way. Oh, come on. You don't need to grab her tongue like that. Just calm down, you two. Why would Miss Hinanawi doze off in a place like this anyway? I guess you're right. I'm really very sorry. Wait a minute. Come to think of it, I don't remember much. I was suddenly accosted from behind, and then I lost consciousness. But I faintly recall smelling something sweet then. If what Miss Hinanawi said is true, that might explain the saliva. Let's check the safe. So this is where the camouflage suit was stored. Huh? Nothing's happening. Oh yeah, that's because the electricity is out right now. It's powered by electricity? Yep, it's an electrical safe. There's no electricity, I can't open or close it. The electricity is carried from the generator through this wire here. And it looks like this safe has a clock in it too. That's right, I installed a clock so it could record the times when the safe is opened or closed. But if there's no electricity, the clock will stop. 10:23, that must be the instant the electricity stopped. We started our game at exactly 10 o'clock last night. And then about 20 minutes later, the electricity was cut off somehow. By the way, why play a game so late at night? I was busy all morning that day because Yoma asked me to fix her alarm clock. I would have been okay with waiting until the next day, but then she really wanted to start right away. I didn't see any other choice, so I told her 10 o'clock was fine. Miss Hinanawi sure seems to be the impatient type. Okay. Let's present this. Yeah, it was found in Tenshi's pocket. Sorry that you had to hear it from the police. Why didn't you tell us earlier? That's because if I told you they had already found such decisive evidence, it would have been too much of a shock for you. Oh well, I guess you're right. Hitori was just worried for your sake, Kyle. Well, it would have been shocking no matter when I heard it. Check the suit. It was found in Tenshi's pocket. Sorry that. Yeah, same thing. Is that everything? The lamp? Miss Kaushiro, what is this? Oh, that. It's called a light bulb. Uses the electricity to shine light. Didn't Miss Hinanawi mention something like that? She did? Yeah, she said that after she went to the restroom, it was pitch black back here. That's weird. This is the only room with the light bulb. Why? The storeroom is also my workplace space. Even if I use candles and stuff, it's still too dark at night, so I use the light bulb. But I use a lot of electricity, so I don't use them in any other room. I don't think Tenshi should have needed to use the light bulb when she went to the restroom. So what exactly went on in here? It's almost time. Looks like this is all the evidence we could gather. But we still haven't found out why Miss Konpaku was wandering around here. All of the evidence, not to mention motives, is just too vague. Looks like we're going to have a difficult time fighting the prosecution as always. So what is Miss Konpaku's connection to this case? Not enough evidence, but let's just leroy in here. Now see here. What is it? Can't you see we're in the middle of wallowing in the hopelessness of our situation? Stop being so negative. And can someone start a conversation already? The silence is just making us even more nervous. So wallow some more. That should calm you down. Enough joking. And now. Let's all just try to cheer up. I will pull through somehow, I just know it. It's not exactly comforting. Hey, I have a 3 wins, 0 losses score right now. Trust me. I guess it's no surprise that even Miss Hinanawi is starting to break down. The trial is about to start. Hope you'll be okay. Just do something. You should be more specific when your boss is around. Same day. 2 o'clock p.m. I'm surprised it's not 2:01. That's usually when shit happens. At least so far in the story. There's a lot of like whatever o'clock and 1 minute for some reason. The trial for Miss Tenshi Nanaoi is now in session. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Wait, law what? Why is Remy here? The prosecution is prepared as well, naturally. Huh? Wait. Why isn't Miss Knowledge the prosecutor? I seem to recall Miss Patchouli Knowledge being in charge of this case. Am I wrong? Patch remained awake all last night reading. When we checked on her this morning, she was fast asleep, book still in hand. He felt too insensitive to wake her up, so I won't be taking her place. Just what was that witch up to? Very well. Please give your opening statement then. Yes, Your Honor. Defendant, Miss Tenshi Hinanawi, stands accused of stealing an optical camouflage suit from Miss Nitori Kawashiro's house on May 13th around 10:30 p.m. and fleeing the premises. At the time of the theft, she also assaulted Miss Kawashiro, rendering her unconscious. The prosecution seeks charges of assault with late intent of larceny. I do not understand the relationship between the defendant and the victim, which means I am unable to determine enough motive. The defendant seems to have taken up gambling recently. Gambling? Meaning a wagered competition. Precisely. The losing party would give up ownership of whatever they wagered to the winning side. And it seems that the defendant had yet to lose. Until now. So you're saying that this was her first defeat? Yes, so she stole the suit out of rage in the spur of the moment. It seems rather plausible to me. Seems only right to refer to such an act as egotistical. This isn't good at all. Looks like she's getting a bad impression of Miss Hinanaoi right from the start. Until now, huh? The scene of the crime was Miss Kawashiro's house. And at the time of the theft, only she and Miss Hinanaoi were present. 1 second. Sorry, I had a huge yawn just now. And while the victim was unconscious, the optical camouflage suit disappeared along with the defendant. That would be sufficiently suspicious. And furthermore, when the defendant was arrested and searched, the stolen suit was found on her person, in one of her pockets. I see no further need for deliberation. But no one saw Miss Hinao in the act of stealing. That's why you can't say for sure that she is the criminal. All of the current evidence says she did. The prosecution is quite correct. I believe we have no need for further dispute. However, trials must be fair and balanced. At the very least, we should have a witness testify. Well, I suppose I can oblige that much. So the prosecution would like to call Miss Tenshi Hinanaoi to the stand. The defendant? Surely you can't be serious. How would cross-examining our own client help us? I am serious and don't call me Shirley. We never did. The way I see it, being hesitant to cross-examine your own client means that you yourself doubt her innocence. Well, actually, if you truly believe she is innocent, then you should not have any complaints whatsoever. Fine then. The defense allows the defendant to testify. Bailiff, bring the defendant here. Now then, defendant. Start with your name and occupation. What? Haven't you been calling me by my name all this time? And are you all unaware of my prestigious lineage? You're all on trial right now. I would keep your emotions in check if I were you. It is simply the rules of this courtroom. Celestial should be accustomed to swallowing rules. How utterly preposterous. I can't believe I'm being dragged into this. Just keeps getting worse. If we don't calm her down, who knows for how long she'll rant. Miss Naoi, please just relax. We'll prove your innocence if you would please obey the rules for now. Fine. My name is Tenshi Hinanawi with a silent W. I'm a Celestial. Just like Tay. Good to know. I never knew that. So it's like Hinanai. Is that acceptable? That was exceptional for you. Sure, don't make a fool of me. You have no need to worry about me doing any such thing. You seem to be doing well enough on your own. Good grief, this is not going to be easy. I would like for you to testify as soon as possible, if you please. Witness, please speak of whatever you wish. Shed some light inside your cranial cavity for us. Huh. Mrs. Naoi, I think it's okay for you to be mad now. Tenshi's story. Yes, I did place a bet with the Kappa that day for her invention. But I did it purely for the spoiled gambling. I stole nothing. Besides, I never went anywhere near the room with the safe. Oh shit. So you still claim your innocence? Of course I do. I have from the very beginning. Well, there were no apparent lies in your testimony, but let's take a closer look now, shall we? With lies? You think I would lie? Perhaps, but it is not my role to decide. That would be your defense attorneys. But what does that mean? All testimony must be cross-examined by the defense. Cross-examined? Don't think of it as testing the quality of your testimony. A testimony of poor quality is riddled with lies. So if there were any lies in your testimony, the defense will expose them. No, is that true? Unfortunately, it is. I am now going to cross-examine you and reveal any lies within your testimony. Lies? But you said it in the holding cell that you were defending me because you trusted me. Was that a lie? No, that's why I can cross-examine you. Just bear with me, Miss Hinanawi. If you are lying, I still have to prove it. Let's do this! Let's save first. Let's press everything. And this invention was the optical camouflage suit, correct? Yes, that's correct. And the game you played was shogi, is that also correct? Yes, it is. And when you couldn't win your prize, you decided to steal it instead. Please don't make presumptuous statements. Sooner or later, you will come to agree with me. Sooner or later. But I did it purely for the sport of gambling. I stole nothing. Do you gamble simply for the sport of it? Of course, it's not like it's how I like to kill time. It really is quite boring up in the heavens. There are many things you can only obtain here on the surface. So is this what they call gambling addiction? Addiction is a horrible condition. It makes one remain fixated on a certain activity, and before long, they're committing crimes. They'll stop at nothing to obtain whatever it is they're after. Please stop vilifying Miss Hinanae. Hinanae? How the heck do I say her name? That does strike me as unfair. My apologies. How thoughtless of me. You should get punished like me when you fuck up. Jeez. Besides, I never went anywhere near the room with the safe. That's a lie. Is this a safe where the optical camouflage suit was stored? What other safes were there? If you did not go near the safe, then you could not have stolen the suit. Is that what you mean? That's what I've been saying the whole time. Ah yeah. The whole purpose of a cross-examination is to expose lies, even if they're my own clients. Hey, what do you think about her testimony? The phrase pack of lies comes to mind. Is that really that bad? I don't say a pack, maybe just one or two. But it doesn't change the fact that she's lying. And if I don't expose her lies, we can't move on. Let's see here. Life up pool. Unfortunately, that statement doesn't hold up, Miss Hinanae. Well, what did you just say? Someone left traces of saliva in front of the safe, and upon Miss Kawashiro's investigation, it's been confirmed that it was you. So you're saying that the defendant left traces of her presence at the crime scene? Exactly, so Miss Hinanae, you still insist that you never set foot in the storeroom? Oh. Defense cornered her own client. That Celestia was behind the earthquake incident, right? With a rap sheet like that, defending her must be pretty tough. There's plenty of evidence proving she did it. Even the defense attorney seems to agree. Order in the court. But you said you believed me. I didn't say I would believe your lies. Miss Naoi, please tell the truth. It's true, I did enter the storeroom, but it has nothing to do with the incident itself. Why do you say so? The only time I went into the room was when the Kappa and I placed our bids in the safe. That's why. And were you so anticipating your victory that you were salivating? That's... You're still hiding something. This might not help our cause for the moment, but I can't overlook this. Miss Nao, you're still hiding something, aren't you? Look, what are you insinuating? I am not. At the very least, you have yet to explain saliva. That means you are still hiding something. Why is this matter truly important? Seems like it would be detrimental to your case. She's right. You know it proves that Miss Naoi entered the storeroom. That is indeed true. But since we don't know yet what exactly happened in the storeroom, all we can do is ask her. But doesn't it seem like a dangerous gamble? I'm sure Miss Hinanaoi has seen worse odds. You've got to know when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em, and now is the time to vote. Now is no time to vote. But the spread looks terrible. She is truly innocent. We won't go bust. Now answer the question, Miss Hinanaoi. Why did you leave saliva at the scene of the crime? That's because someone put me to sleep. And when I came to, I found myself in the storeroom. Who is this someone? I don't know. But I'm positive there was something else there in this house besides the two of us. I saw light coming from the storeroom when I went to the restroom, but no one should have been in there. Maybe Miss Kawashiro forgot to put it out. No, nothing like that. I remember her turning the light off when we left the storeroom. Sorry, but there is a clear contradiction in your testimony. What? You shouldn't have seen any light coming from the storeroom. Oh shit. Here? Oh shit. Nope. 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 Oh yeah. You said it yourself, didn't you, Miss Hinai? At that time, the light bulb wasn't working. Ugh. But you're talking about the light bulb. I saw candlelight. But that brings up yet another contradiction. What do you mean? At that time you believed that the light bulb was out. So how did you know it was candlelight without going into the room? So how did... Well, it was connected to the light in the restroom. So if that was out, then the other light was obviously out too. However, Miss Kawashiro has stated that the only room in her house with a light bulb is the storeroom. No. I'm getting closer. Just what are you hiding? Miss Naya, are you trying to hide? She didn't go to the restroom. That you didn't go to the restroom. What is that supposed to mean? Obviously that she didn't go where she's testifying. But what are you saying? I'm saying that you will not. At the time of the incident, you only pretended to go to the restroom. You actually went to the storeroom. And what was that? Ah. So we agree with the defense for once. The defendant went to the storeroom and proceeded with her plans to steal the camouflage suit. The defense only agrees with the fact that she went to the storeroom. It's close enough. However, Ms. Hinai claims there was a third party present. In that case, the prosecution requests evidence. Evidence? Speaking of which, the prosecution would like to present more evidence proving the defendant's guilt. If there's more evidence, yes, I've decided it's time to put the final nail in the coffin. Nail in the coffin? Like it does have a certain impact coming from a vampire. Now's not the time to care about that. Things are about to go from bad to worse. What evidence would this be, Miss Scarlet? Please see for yourself, Your Honor. Is that perfume? When the defendant was searched, this was discovered in the same pocket as the paper with the safe combination. But this perfume bottle contained not perfume, but a powerful sleeping medicine. What did you say? Not just a stolen suit, but sleeping medicine too. Thus Celestia has got to be guilty. They already know she's the thief. How long are they planning on dragging out the trial? Order! So this proves that the defendant challenged the victim, intending to steal all along. I believe you will not be mistaken in thinking so. Just a whiff of this, and he's off to dreamland. Okay. They should prove the defendant's guilt beyond a shadow of a doubt. Please wait a moment, Miss Scarlet. You failed to inform me of such important evidence when I visited earlier. This is a textbook example of concealing information. The contents of the bottle were still under examination when you visited. At that time, it was still ordinary perfume. We had yet to determine if it was related to this case. There was a very real possibility it was just one of her personal belongings. But did it really take that long to examine the contents of the bottle? We wanted to leave the analysis to an expert, one Miss Kawashiro. She is not yet a part of our organization though, so any information gleaned from our investigation takes a moderate amount of time to reach us. This isn't good, Aya. Sleeping medicine in a perfume bottle. I seem to remember you mentioning that Miss Litori said she smelled something sweet. And then the perfume bottle being found on Miss Nai on top of that. But wait, what is this? Does everyone find abusing me like this that much fun? No, I wouldn't particularly call this abuse. Wow. Miss Nai, Boo hoo hoo hoo. Pig sniff. No use, she won't listen to us like this. What should we do? She just won't talk to us anymore. If she keeps this up, it'll be all over. What about her? Maybe I should bring this trial to an end already. So it can't be end like no, it can't end yet, not like this. I will now hand down my verdict. Yes, Nai. How long do you plan to keep crying? If you won't testify anymore, you're going to be found guilty. Do you want that? Sniff. No, I don't. But no matter what I say, no one seems to believe me. I'm being called a criminal. Qua. You're mistaken, Miss Nai. Eh? I said before I would continue to believe in and defend you until the end. But how am I supposed to defend a client who won't believe in me? You believe in me? You really truly believe in me? Of course I do. If I didn't, I would have walked out the door the second you started bawling. That was amazing, I know. I do this all for the Boom Boom Maru. But that is less amazing. Okay then, I'll believe in you. So what should I testify about? That's exactly what happened at the time of the crime. Everything. Okay, I will. Doesn't matter what you do now, the outcome will be the same regardless. Please wait until my cross-examination before you say that. If I can't find any new information this time, I will accept that Miss Nai is guilty. So please allow her to testify one more time. Very well. However, I will hold you to your word. If you can't bring any new facts to light, I will immediately hand down my verdict. That is acceptable, Your Honor. Now witness, your final testimony if you please. It's impossible to prove the presence of a third party at this point in time. It all depends on what comes up in her testimony. And I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. Be right back. And I'm back. Hey Sam, what's up? God, this is making me want to punch Tenshi's dumbass face and Remy for being a taunting shit. Yeah, Tenshi's being a... Well, to be honest, Tenshi's just being kind of stuck up, but it kind of makes sense how she's acting in her situation because she's in some major shit and she knows it, so she's just trying to get out of it herself because she doesn't know, because everyone's just getting up on her because she just found out about the trial system after coming down from the heaven area. So she basically has no freaking clue what the hell is going on. And there's like evidence being like dumped on her that she's the one who did it. And Remy is just being Remy. Same thing with Patchy. I don't understand. Like, they're just being douches. Both Patchy and Remy. Like, they're not trying to find the criminal. They're just like They're trying to win a game, kind of. Which isn't what their role is. But yeah, anyways. Let's continue. The first thing we did that night was lock up our beds in the safe that was in the storeroom. We returned to the main room and started our game. As for the game, well, it looked like I was going to lose. Then I decided to check the storeroom for a moment. I brought a candle with me since the light bulb was out, and then someone attacked me from behind and I was out myself. When I regained consciousness, I saw the safe had been opened and the contents vanished. I was so scared. I ran off without thinking. And this time you're telling the truth. Of course, I didn't bend it even a little. There are two important parts in her testimony. First, the fact that the defendant lost. Second, the fact that she felt inclined to check the storeroom. By the 2 points alone, it is hard to say she is not suspicious. Remy, shut up, it's not your turn. But she said she was assaulted from behind and lost consciousness. That's merely the defendant's statement. But proving its validity is your job, Miss Defense Attorney. Of course it is, so shut up, Remy. Please begin your cross-examination. If I can't prove there was someone else there, let's press everything. That's safe. And this was the first time you entered the storeroom. That's right, I saw the capital locker that's in the safe. We were in the main room, so neither of us could have touched it. Wait a minute. I just remembered. They said before that they started the shogi game at 10 o'clock. Does it say? It doesn't say, but they said before that they started the game at 10 o'clock. And this safe is run by electricity, so you can't open it or close it when there's no electricity. But after they started playing, the rain came and there was no electricity. Yeah, there was no electricity, so she couldn't have opened it. I'm confused. So we were in the main room, so neither of us could have touched them. But that was before the incident occurred. That vampire is not making things any easier. Okay, press it. Was this your first time playing shogi, Miss Hinanai? Yes, it was. I had a good grasp of the rules and believed I could have won. So then what was the outcome of that game? As for the game, well, it looked like I was going to lose. Going to lose? Yes, because we weren't able to finish our game. But what? Just what is that supposed to mean? I went to the storeroom in the middle of the game. So the game never truly ended. I don't think Miss Hinai is lying now, but I get the feeling there's something else she's hiding. But I was just about to stage a comeback. I wonder where she gets all that self-confidence. A comeback? Was it even possible? Then I decided to check the storeroom for a moment. Why? Because it started raining all of a sudden. Why would the rain make you go to the storeroom? What I had bid was a treasure that could create rainstorms, so I thought someone couldn't have stolen it, could they? At first I tried to ignore it, but I couldn't help being worried. You want to check on the safe? Yes. Now that you mention it, how did you know about the light bulb in the first place? I had no idea what it was until Miss Kawashiro explained it to me earlier today. Oh, the first time we went into the room, she turned on the light bulb. I was surprised to see light with no fire, so she told me about it. I see. And when you went there the second time, the light was off. Yes, after we put our bets in the safe, it suddenly became dark again. I was surprised yet again, but according to the kappa, it had just stopped working. Doesn't seem like the light bulbs can be used for very long, so she said she would change bulbs after the game. And that's why you went to the room with the candle. That's right, but then someone attacked me from behind and I blacked out. Sounds like a good excuse. Are you trying to claim there was a third party? But I really was attacked. If I can prove that Miss Nai truly was assaulted, it'll blow this case wide open. Why do I have any evidence that can prove it? Yes, I do. The defense would like to present evidence that proves Miss Nai was attacked that night. Actions speak louder than words, Miss Shameimaru. Stop talking and show us. Their footprints. No. At that time, there was no one else in the room except for you, Miss Nai. So there wasn't anyone else, but I didn't do it. But at this point, there's no one else who could have done it. Oh. I was so scared, I ran off without thinking. Why were you that scared? But because the safe was open and empty. If I had stayed there any longer, I would have looked suspicious. Well, I doubt that would have changed your current situation much. So you're saying that as soon as you woke up and realized what happened, you ran away? Yes, that's why I had no time to steal anything. But whether or not that actually happened is rather suspicious. Well, I can't prove for now that actually happened. If I can prove there was someone else there. Miss Nai lost the bet and went to the storeroom on top of that. Who else could the culprit be? Don't lose hope just yet, Bomichi. She said there was someone else there. I was going to believe her. That's what we need to prove she is telling the truth. That there was someone else at the scene of the crime. Can you do that? If she isn't lying, then I should be able to. So this is a gamble, pure and simple. She's right, all I can do is spin the wheel. Red or black, even or odd, guilty or innocent. Okay, there's several things that I can use, I think, off the top of my head. The first was the footprint. I think we have to use this later. The other is the safe with a time code. But I think that's not going to be used yet. Mostly, I think the safe is the best bet. Which one was it that you had to present evidence? Yes. The safe? Maybe? We can just reload if we need. The cog, maybe? Nope. It's gonna reload. Man, this is hard. Just press everything just in case. I know, right? Remy's like super annoying in this game. No for now. You're going to use. Check the storeroom. Someone attacked. I think that's the end, yeah. Maybe you have to bring out the timestamp. I think we need to either bring out the timestamp on the save or the footprint here when she's running off. See if she saw Yomu. I think Yomu stuff we need to keep for later. So I think that's kind of early. So let's go for the timestamp here. Nope. Guess that's wrong. Yomu's footprint. Man, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Her own footprint? No. Nope. Nope. Oh wait. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I know what to do. I know what to do, I'm an idiot. You have to show her the shogi board. You have to show her the shogi board. I know what to do now. I was too much in a rush. Nope. Nope. I said the shogi board. Yeah, there we go. It's nice. I understand how you feel, but I would appreciate if you would confirm your testimony for me one more time. Well, what is it this time? I told you I'm not. I told you I'm telling the truth. Yes, but there are still a number of contradictions. Contradictions, you say? First, this photo of the shogi board from after the incident. According to Miss Kawashiro, no one touched the board after the theft, so the result is as you see. Just by looking at the board, it is clear that the game has ended. But no. Which means Miss Nanai, you weren't about to lose. In fact, you had already lost. Impossible. Order in the court. Defendant, you still have the gall to lie. Please wait. That can't be right. That's because the game had not yet ended. Huh. You don't want to admit that you lost, so you keep making these pathetic excuses. Why don't you just accept it? You did not win. No, that's not it at all. We truly didn't finish our game. But please look at this photo again. Were these pieces all in the same row at the time of the theft? So I don't remember exactly, but I'm positive the board wasn't like that at all. If you still doubt me, ask the capo about it, too. Somehow I don't see how this is one of the defendant's usual lies. Even no, especially because it's coming from her, I do doubt those words. She's merely so deluded that she is believing her own falsifications. Incorrect, Miss Scarlet. It is true that there is a contradiction between Miss Hinanai's testimony and this photo, but there is a reason for this contradiction. I'm sure the answer will come to you if you think about it. Yes, the answer is that the defendant's words are never to be trusted. But there is one more answer besides that. After the two of them lost consciousness, someone else moved the pieces. Doesn't that seem plausible? Meaning the presence of a third party. Exactly, Your Honor. If the defendant is in line, and someone did move the pieces, could have been her or Miss Kawashiro. For what reason would they do such a thing? Does it look like I know? But regardless, it doesn't prove the existence of a third party in the least. I have to agree, your basis for your argument thus far is unfortunately weak. Return to your cross-examination once again. Yes, Your Honor. That's one possibility. If we can point out one more. Yes, it's working. Let's save again. Let's press this new one. Seems that you don't remember the board as it is in this photo. Yes, I am absolutely sure of what I saw. But that still doesn't prove the existence of a third party. We can point out one more thing that does. Wait. If she had to use a candle, there was no electricity, so the safe couldn't be opened. Press this first. We went through this before. Let's try showing the safe again. Actually, no. Do I have to? I think I'm supposed to just do it at the dialogue at the beginning. Just present it here, I think. Nope, that's wrong. I feel like there's something to do with this that I have to do. The gear. Man, I'm terrible at this one. Fast forward. Should I just repress everything? I wonder if something new will come out now. No for now. We have to think about this carefully. This is completely unrelated for now. The safe. Dude, whatever. Oh, we have to do this. Not the, we have to show it by the testament or testimony or statement. Yeah, that's what it's called. Wait, supposed to be evidence to prove she was attacked. Maybe the saliva? We'll try both. Saliva first, then let's try giving the statement. Oh yeah, there we go. Have you forgotten, Miss Scarlet? Miss Nye left traces of saliva at the crime scene. What is that supposed to mean? Doesn't that strike you as odd? Why would she do such a thing? Just how am I supposed to know? Maybe you should give it some thought. Under what circumstances would someone do something like that? Our gatekeeper is known to do so while she dozes at her post. Indeed, falling asleep would cause that. So can you think of why the defender would fall asleep at the crime scene? Sleep at the crime scene? By whatever floor? Well, in this case, sleep might not be the right term. To be more accurate, she was put to sleep. You can't mean... Yes, I am referring to the perfume bottle containing sleeping medicine that was submitted as evidence earlier. It is entirely possible that someone used that to put Miss Hinanae to sleep. That was nothing more than the defendant pretending to be asleep. She left traces of saliva and used that to claim someone put her to sleep. Haven't you considered that? If she were pretending to be asleep, I imagine she would have done something about all the evidence in her pocket. However, since she did not, I believe it is very likely that someone attacked her. Whatever the case, I don't know why the defendant would leave saliva at the crime scene. But you can't prove the presence of a third party with just that much. But someone tampered with the shogi board. There's possibility that someone changed the board to make it look like Miss Hinai had a motive. And seeing that Miss Hinai left traces of saliva at the crime scene, it is clear that she was put to sleep. Given these facts, I believe it is only natural to suspect the presence of a third party. The traces of saliva and tampered chogi board. These certainly appear to be the actions of an outside party, but the defense is unable to completely prove it. I believe we should at least ask the victim, Miss Kawashiro, about the tampered chogi board. She should be present in the gallery if I am not mistaken. I read that to be a valid claim. What do you think, Miss Scarlet? Very well. I should summon her as a witness. While the prosecution prepares the witness, this trial will go into recess. Yes, we've survived somehow, even though I technically lost like a million times while running out of lives. Man. I was trying to use evidence for like way later on. Too early. Just a little more, Rael. You've almost proved that there was someone else in the house that night. But since our logic stands entirely upon Miss Hinai's testimony at the moment, it's a rather unstable theory. If we only had something that clearly proved that Miss Hinai was not the criminal, I honestly didn't do anything. But what I said about seeing a light in the storeroom was a lie. It's true that someone put me to sleep. That person must be the real thief. By the way, who is the third party? Got to be her, right? I suppose, but I don't see what her motive would be. I guess she's right about that. Yeah, I know, right? This little asshole. This asshole right here. She must have done it. But motive-wise, it's impossible to tell right now. I think the trial's about to resume. But still, proving Miss Nanai's innocence takes precedence over proving there was a third party. Yay. Here we go. Now then, trial is back in session. Prosecution, is the witness ready? Yes, she is, Your Honor. Then please have her take the stand at once. Kapapa kapapa Nitori. Nitori Kawashiro, I'm a gearhead of an engineer. What the hell does that even mean? Miss Kawashiro, we have just one matter we need to hear from you. That is about the game at the time of the incident. Okay, sure. I've been watching the trial, so I get the picture. Tenshi is definitely telling the truth. Which? Oh, about the third party? Then she's definitely telling the truth. She got up near the end of the game, so we weren't able to finish it. But did the board remain completely undisturbed after then? Of course it was, or at least that's what I thought. If I hadn't made sure, then maybe we would have been able to solve this case sooner. I'm sorry. The witness has no need to apologize. But it is plainly evident that someone rearranged the pieces, which means that there was a third person at the scene of the crime. I wouldn't be so quick to assume. One of the players could have easily done so. Perhaps it was even the defendant. But would the defendant purposely move the pieces to make herself lose? So you are suggesting there was a third party? Which means the evidence we have now isn't telling the whole story, including the traces of the saliva. I should have expected that barring evidence that clearly proves Miss Henai's innocence, stopping her counterattacks is going to be impossible. Miss Kawashiro, I would also like for you to testify, if that's acceptable. I don't mind, but what should I testify about? Please give us more details about when Miss Hinanai stood up during the game. Alrighty. I think the stuff about electricity is going to come out now. And that night, it started raining out of nowhere. That's when I noticed Tenshi looked like she couldn't sit still. Then she asked to use the restroom and got up and left. After she left the room, someone attacked me from behind. I don't know how long I was out, but when I woke up, I took a look around and couldn't find Tenshi anywhere. I went to the storeroom, but when I got there, I found the safe open and the suit gone. Even if there was someone else there, I still think Tenshi is a thief. Afterwards, I ran out of the house. I tried to follow her footprints, but I couldn't seem to catch up, so I went to SDM to tell them what happened. It appears the defendant is still the most suspicious party in this case. After the defendant took her leave from the room, the victim fainted. When she woke up, both the defendant and the optical camouflage suit had disappeared. No deliberation required. A very cut and dry case. Grr. Unfortunately for you, Miss Shameimaru. This is checkmate. No, it's just check. Defense, I doubt a cross-examination will prove enlightening. Just please allow me to try, Your Honor. Remy? Shut up. In my opinion, you'd have more luck trying to persuade Miss Kurasame from stealing. Are you okay, Ayel? Do I look okay to you? I suppose not. Let's do this. Let's save. Let's press. But wasn't that a lie? Seems that way, but once the rain started, it looked like she was on pins and needles. That makes the fact that she went to the storeroom even more suspicious. But going to the scene of the crime does not necessarily equal criminal. I just need the right explanation. Were you attacked as soon as she left? No, I think it was about 2 or 3 minutes later. In such a short amount of time, I don't see how anyone but the defendant could have made her faint. Especially since you have yet to convince us of the presence of a third party. We're caught between a keystone and a hard place. You searched the whole house and she wasn't there. She just bolted, I guess. Well, if I were a criminal, I would also like to vacate the premises as soon as physically possible. Remy, please shut up. But what if she noticed there was a problem and went to the Scarlet Devil match to inform you? The first we heard of this incident was from the witness herself. The defendant was found cowering in a cave on Yokai Mountain. Where is your resolution when you need it, Miss Hinanai? Why are you looking at me like that? No reason. I keep telling you I didn't steal anything. Hey, defendant, no talking during the cross-examination. Sorry. Good grief. Are you sure about that? I'm sure. One of my brilliant inventions was stolen. The defendant disappearing along with the suit. Seems perfectly natural to me, wouldn't you agree? Things were already bad enough. But there was someone else there. You continue to say that, but you have yet to show evidence that does the same. Erg. So she wants evidence, huh? What are we going to do, Ayel? We need evidence to plan our counterattack, and then tie it all up with impervious logic. So you couldn't find Miss Hinanai even though you tracked her footprints? I think that at some point she started flying, that's when the footprints stopped. But it's unfortunate for you that she wasn't flying to begin with, isn't it? I guess you're right, but I have no idea why she didn't just do that. Seems she merely changed her mind. I doubt her mental condition was entirely stable after the theft. No matter what I do, she keeps talking about missing lie like she's the criminal. Oh yeah, have you lost yet? No, I know there's an opening in her statement. Or testimony. Really? Now I have to use logic to widen the opening even more. I know that I have to do something about the electricity and say she couldn't have opened the safe at that time. Oh yeah, let's try here. I think it's going to be like, because it was raining, the gear got dislodged, so there was no electricity, so she couldn't have opened the safe at this time. God damn it. Aya, follow the same fucking logic as me, please. What am I supposed to use? He's talked about footprints, so maybe Yomu's footprints now? Man, what am I supposed to do? Statement, Shogi. Maybe I have to do the safe first. Nope. I know where the story is going, but I don't know what to do first. Like, holy shit. Perfume. Puddle. Statement, maybe? Nope. GG. GG. Guilty. Let's just press everything for now. Let's think about this slowly. Ghost story doesn't matter. Password doesn't matter. This doesn't matter either. All it says is Tenshi was carrying a candle. Okay. Tenshi's footprint. I need electricity. Clock attached to the front stopped at 10:23. Maybe I'm supposed to press here with the save. What about the gear? Man, this is so hard. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do something with the footprints? God damn it, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck. I think we lost. Oof. Maybe the show keyboard? Nope. I already did. That was like one of the first few sheets I did. Oops, went too far. Get here. Represents Yomu's footprint. This just happened. You're like, why is that relevant? Cause like the problem is, because of the previous statement, even if there was someone else there, she still thinks Tenshi is a thief. So we need to prove that she said it during recess. Aya said it during recess. We need to prove that Aya is not the culprit. We're not trying to prove there's a third party. We're trying to prove that Tenshi didn't do it. And the only logical way of proving that right now, using the evidence we have, is this gear and the safe. Because it was raining, this gear got dislodged, so there's no power in Ditori's house. But the safe requires electricity to open and close. And because the last time the safe was open, so the clock gets opened at, or its clock is stopped at 10:23. So the power cut off at 10:23, which was when they got up. But because she got up, before she got up after the rain started, Tenshi couldn't have done it because this got dislodged and this couldn't have been opened. So someone must have been there before they started the game, or like during the game when they were still playing, and before Tenshi got up. There must have been a third person who went and grabbed shit from the safe. And to cover their tracks, she knocked both Tenshi and Nitori out and made it look like Tenshi lost. So it's pretty clear what happened, I think, at this point. But I don't know what the hell to press. I'm kinda tempted to look it up because I'm actually starting to get frustrated. Because I know the story of what happened, but I don't know how to continue from this section. I wonder if something happens if I press again. Wait a minute. Maybe you'll move footprint here. Man, seriously? Man, sometimes in Ace Attorney games you have to like press multiple times for new stuff to come out. So let's just press spam just in case. What opening is there? Can't think of it. Where's the clue? What opening is there? Let's look at the testimony slowly. Started raining. She couldn't sit still. She got up and left. Okay. After she left... Wait, wasn't she put in the perfume? Well, that's wrong. Don't know how long I was out. When I woke up, I took a look around, couldn't find Tenshi. Went to the storeroom, but when I got there, I found the safe open and suit gone. Even if someone was there, I think Tenshi is a thief. I ran up the house, tried to follow her footprints, but I couldn't seem to catch up, so I went to the STM to tell them what happened. Nope, GG. Gosh, what do I do? I'm quite certain that we have to do the save somewhere. Save for the cog. You know what? I'm gonna brute force it. Cause I'm quite certain that's the gear for the save on one of the things. Because there's no other way, there's no possible other way to prove that Tenshi didn't do it. The perfume doesn't matter, doesn't have anything to do with proving that Tenshi didn't do it. Saliva doesn't help. Gear and safe helps. The footprint doesn't help, Tenshi doesn't help, Tori's footprint doesn't help. These all doesn't matter to prove her guilt. That she opened the safe, but the gear in the safe does clearly. So I think I'm gonna brute force it and just present both on like every single statement. Let's try that one. Let's try this one. Nope. Okay, we run this one. Let's just brute force it. Oops. Here we go again. Take two. Next, next, next. That's wrong. Okay, next. Holy crap. What? That actually worked. Wait. Which one was that? Wait, this one? I think it was this one, right? Why press this on here? I don't understand. It would have made so much more sense on the other stuff. Especially when it like started raining. Holy shit, what? 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 Lol, what? I'm so confused. How does that make sense? Like, I know this makes sense, this using this evidence right now. But why on that statement? I'm so confused, this game. That makes no sense. I'm very sorry, but Miss Sin and I could not have stolen the optical camouflage suit. You got to be kidding me. How can you say that? You should know more than anyone else here, Miss Kawashiro. Huh? Whatever do you mean, Miss Shameimaru? It's simple. The safe in Miss Kawashiro's house is powered by electricity generated by a water wheel. By the time of the incident, a gear had come loose, which means there was a power outage. Well, what did you say? So what caused the gear to come loose in the first place? The rain. That is easily answered. In fact, Miss Kawashiro already explained why. It started to rain, correct? I did say that, but remember when Miss Hinanai left the room, it had already started raining. Do you follow me? Ah, you're right. Well, what is she right about? No one but you two seem to understand the situation. Excuse me, Your Honor. As I mentioned before, there is a water wheel at Miss Kawashiro's house that is powered by a waterfall. As the water wheel turns, it generates electricity. However, when the current increases due to the heavy rainfall, the water wheel turns too fast. This puts too much stress on the gears, and as a result, one will tend to come loose. And as no electricity was being generated, there was a power outage. It can't be. When Miss and I left the room, it had already started raining. So Miss Kawashiro's house was without electricity. Meaning, at that time, it would have been impossible for Miss Hinai to steal the optical camouflage suit. Gah. Erg. Yeah, get wrecked, Remy. Fuck you. You couldn't have even opened the safe. It is inconceivable that Miss Hinai was the... But wait a minute. It wasn't impossible for her to steal it after all. But what are you saying? Sure, there wasn't any electricity coming from the water wheel, but the backup battery still had a bit of power left. That must have been how she opened it. Besides, the clock on the safe stopped at 10:23. We started our game at 10, so that's perfectly reasonable. What? But she said she ran out of battery. The battery ran out of power in the morning after I finished fixing Yomu's alarm clock. But the game didn't start until later that night, so it should have had time to recharge at least a little bit. Even if a half day's charge can only run a light bulb for a little while, the save only needs a tiny amount of wattage to open and close. So Tenshi had enough of a chance to steal my suit. Well, that's my logic out the window. May I say something, Miss Kawashiro? What is it? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by wattage. Oh, okay, it's just the amount of energy needed for something powered by electricity to move. Of course, the bigger the object, the more wattage needed to operate it. But the safe only needs a tiny bit to open and close. So what you're saying is... I'm saying that even with the small amount of electricity stored in the battery, there was more than enough to open the safe. There's no way. Seems that the only thing that is out of power is your argument. There was still electricity available when Miss Hinanai went to the storeroom. then it's still possible that she's the culprit. Alright, aren't you going to do something? There must be evidence somewhere. We need something else that determines around the time. There's something I could do. Huh? Now I think about it, when we went to investigate the storeroom, new evidence all of a sudden? Huh? Nothing's happening. Oh yeah, that's because the electricity out right now. That's right, the safe didn't work at all, so that must mean the battery is completely empty now. And the clock attached to the safe too. Even if it was running off the battery, I don't think it would go through a half day's charge that quickly. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I think my logic still holds from before, of what I thought it was happening even before all this. Because of this. The battery must have run out. Even if it was running off the battery, I don't think it would go through a half day's charge that quickly. If the safe can be opened and closed with just a tiny amount of electricity, the same can be said for the clock too. Maybe that's what Miss Hinanai meant earlier. Appears that there is no further. Please wait, Your Honor. As I thought, it was impossible for Miss Hinanai to open the safe after all. That's because there was absolutely no electricity remaining in Miss Kawashiro's house. What makes you say that? I have evidence. The evidence that proves there was no electricity in that house is... this? Anything else? I highly doubt they want the safe again. This we're already through. This is the only thing that has anything to do with electricity and like that shows the power is out. Miss Hinanai testified earlier that at the time of the theft, the light bulb was out. Oh, that's not because the power was out, it was just because the light bulb wasn't working. Why do you say the light bulb wasn't working? Because it went out all of a sudden while we were locking up our bets in the safe. Miss Kawashiro, the light bulb isn't just connected to the generator, is it? No, it isn't. It's just that there wasn't enough in reserve. And the reserve was a battery with only half a day's charge, right? Ah, yeah, I guess so. Which means that the light bulb going out wasn't because it was broken, but because there was no more electricity. Therefore, the battery must have been empty. But there was still time until the rainstorm began. That should have recharged the battery enough. The safe in the storeroom has a clock attached to it. This clock constantly consumes electricity in order to operate. Miss Kawashiro, by your estimation, how long would the clock run on electricity stored until the rain began to fall? About 5 or 6 minutes, I think. Then how much time passed when the rain started until Miss Hinai left the room? About 10? That's what I wanted to hear. Miss Hinai left for the storeroom. The clock had already used up all the electricity. So then it would have been impossible for the defendant to be the perpetrator after all. Remy, shut up. Miss Shameimaru, that is a rather absurd scenario. What do you mean by that? Think about it. Let's assume that rain started soon after the game began at 10 PM. That means the water wheel broke the clock only work for another 5 minutes. So the clock should have stopped somewhere between 10:05 and 10:10. But the clock stopped at 10:23. So how do you plan to explain away this contradiction? Wouldn't that be because the criminal moved the hands of the clock? Whatever for? That I don't know. By the way, the control panel for the clock is on the inside of the door, and without tools, you can't change the settings at all. If you don't know what you're doing, it takes a while, mostly because you have to find the tools, which makes your hypothesis very unlikely. The minute hand is off by almost 15 minutes. But what on earth does that mean? What are we going to do now? I believe there is one piece of information that we have mistaken as fact. Mistaken as fact? The answer to the contradiction in the clock dials lies. We know for a fact that electricity is 0. Oh, I think it's AM PM. Yeah, I think it's AM PM because it's just a clock. A normal dial clock doesn't have AM PM on it. And she ran out of electricity in the morning fixing Yomu's jet. We are mistaken about which 10:23 the clock stopped. Just what does that mean? The clock is an analog dial, does not indicate AM nor PM. This means that it did not stop at 10:23 PM, but 10:23 AM. What is this nonsense? Didn't the witness open the safe at 10 PM? And the rain didn't start falling until past 10 as well. The power could not possibly have gone out in the morning. If the electricity stopped, so does the clock. However, was the electricity shortage merely the result of the water wheel breaking? Well, what do you mean? The safe is powered by both the generator and the backup battery through a wire. But what would happen if this wire were removed? That's right, without a supply of electricity, the clock would stop moving. Which means that someone must have removed the wire in the morning. And that's when the clock stopped. Did you consider that possibility? Wherever the case may be, once the safe was closed at 10 PM, it was opened 23 minutes later. And the only one who could have opened it was the defendant who had pretended to go to the restroom. Haven't we been claiming this for a while now? This proves the possibility of the presence of a third party. But that's still a mere possibility. You haven't proved it as fact. All you have are some upset shogi pieces and a puddle of life at the crime scene, huh? It is true that I did not completely prove that, but there is someone who might be able to testify about the identity of the third party. So what? This evidence shows there is someone with important testimony. Yomu's footprint? There we go. Near Miss Kawashiro's house, we found a footprint belonging to Miss Kompaku. Do you mean Miss Yomu Kompaku? She was supposed to visit Miss Kawashiro's house to reclaim her alarm clock. However, it appears she did not actually do so. So how could she have seen anything? She left the footprint, so she must have been nearby after it started raining. There's an extremely high possibility she knows something. I see. In that case, I shall end today's proceedings here. The prosecution shall summon Miss Kompaku as a witness for tomorrow's trial. The defense shall solve the mystery to the safe clock. Understood, Your Honor. Understood, Your Honor. Court adjourned. We survived, yay. Holy crap. Freaking Ace Attorney games. Defendant's waiting room. Phew. Thought we were goners for sure. But you managed to find a way somehow. That was wonderful, Aya. Why, thank you. I'm not really in the mood to celebrate yet. I was scared I was going to be found guilty, but you did an adequate job today. If it scared you that badly, maybe you should consider fixing your attitude. Come now, don't say that. I think I'm beginning to find this judicial system you have down here more intriguing. What are you talking about? You practically flooded the witness stand in your tears. Ugh. Just forget that happened entirely. She can be unexpectedly cute when she's upset. But still, I was on the edge the whole time. I'm already completely tired out. Yeah, me too. Let's head home and rest for the night. May 15th, 8:47 a.m. Man, you early birds. Who wakes up that early? Good morning, Aya. Oh, morning. You seem a little depressed. We're supposed to figure out the safe problem, but I have no idea where to start. But at this point, we don't have any evidence if Miss Kompaku is a real thief at all. Alright, guess all we can do for now is continue our investigation. But it's raining today. Momiji? So? Oh, you're still worried about the ghost? It'll be fine, we aren't going anywhere near the human village yet. Do you promise? I swear on my notebook. This is literally about Yomu's phantom half, maybe. Seeing as how the picture is literally that. We won't have time to go that far anyway. Okay. I wonder if she actually believes me. Case discussion. But still, we came extremely close to losing the trial yesterday. Really, I'm used to it. I barely noticed. And there are so many puzzles still unsolved. Sai, tell me about it. For now, all we can do is resume our investigation. Let you go. Detention Center. Good morning, Miss Hinanai. Likewise to you. So have I been released yet? No, not even I can get you out of here that fast. I knew I couldn't depend on you. You can say that even after your little performance yesterday. I told you to forget about that ever happened. She can be pretty funny sometimes. Why are you looking at me like that? For no reason. She's like a grown-up kid. Gambling. Oh yes, there was something I was wondering about, Miss Hinanai. What is it? You were gambling at the time of the theft, right? A game where you placed a wager on the outcome. Yes, that's right. So naturally, you must have bet something too. Am I mistaken or... Oh, I didn't mention it before. I bet a celestial treasure, a cowrie? What's that? Oh, it's a shell? But not just any old seashell, it's got the broken Konmo? I said yeah that I'm not gonna read that because the name's hard. Can purify water and summon rainstorms. Summon rainstorms. I was able to win all kinds of things in all kinds of bets, but nothing I won was terribly amusing, so I decided to try to win one of the Kappa's inventions. The Kappa made some very interesting tools, but I needed to offer something tempting enough to get one of them to accept my challenge. So I thought I'd bet my... however the heck you say that shell. A cowrie, whatever shell that can really summon the rain. The Kappa would give up their own shells for it. So that's what it is. For some reason, it seems strange to imagine literally gambling. Your little fixation makes you seem like a hustler, Miss Hinanai. I just wanted to kill time. So, what happened to that shell thing? It was in the safe with the optical camouflage suit, so I imagine it was stolen too, meaning its whereabouts are unknown. It certainly seems like it. Oh, that's the real thing they wanted to steal. Oh shit. Do you think that rain that day was? Yes, I consider it a possibility. But what would the culprit gain from making it rain? What are you saying? Wasn't it to make Miss Hinonai leave footprints at the scene of the crime? Ah, you're right. But doesn't that seem strange to you? If they did, it'd be like they knew about the forensics from the very beginning. So that does seem a little odd. So just what could that mean? Yesterday's trial. So how was your first trial? It was like I never really knew what was going to happen next. Even though it all felt kind of like a dream. Yes, I could see how others would feel that way. That you would have been found guilty before the trial even started, but at some point we were able to make a comeback. Even though you call it a comeback, we're still in dire straits. And also, what was with that vampire girl? She was that set against me. I know, right? Freaking Remy. Like, holy shit, right, Tenshi? Like, 150 million% agreed. Remy was just being an asshole. But that couldn't be helped. Miss Scarlet is a prosecutor after all. Prosecutor? Thought she was a detective. Well, she technically is, but the prosecutors don't have to do as much physical work. So I guess the one who arrested me, that Sakuya, is that detective. But whatever. So what are the main differences between prosecutors and detectives? Both are involved in the policing process, but detectives arrest the suspects and head the case investigation. And of course they look for evidence that establishes proof of guilt. I see. Then the prosecutor attempts to prove that the arrested suspect is guilty in court. Basically the opposite of my job. So that's why she was constantly trying to prove that I stole the suit. Well, that's just her role in the trial. Miss Inai? She seems deep in thought about something. But we can't wait around for her to surface. Let's move on to investigating. Let's get out of here. Let's go to SDM and talk to Patchy. Patchy, what's up? The fuck? Why is she here? Who could that be? I don't recognize her face at all. You don't come through here often. Are you looking for more subscribers? I'm afraid the answer is no. I'm not here for that today. I see. Would you like some tea? Wait. Maybe. What's her name? Kogasa, I think it was? Yeah. Kogasa probably stole the shell. My suspicion right now, at the moment, is that this is actually about Yomu. But Kogasa heard about this story, so she's like, oh, I wanna be scary too. So she wanted to steal the shell to be scary, maybe. That's a theory for now. I see, or at least a possibility. I see, would you like some tea? I'm fine, thank you. Current trial. Are you aware of the current trial in progress? Yes, I am aware. In addition to Remy acting in my stead. Did you not go to bed until late at night again? Once I start to read, not even I know when that will cease. Why are you such a bookworm? What's wrong with reading that much? Oh, there's a book on the desk here. Ah, what kind is it? Let's take a look here. Ah, don't touch my books without... friendship. It dies time rather than blood and slower than the seas. Just stop. Don't read another word. Looks like a poem written by Miss Knowledge. And these other books over here all seem to be poetry anthologies by many different authors. But maybe the reason why she stayed up so late was to write poetry. Well, what's wrong with that? Reading poetry makes me want to attempt writing some myself. I didn't necessarily say it was a bad thing. Though having your own work read by others is mortifying. Do you really think so? When I write, I want lots of people to read my handiwork. You author a newspaper, it's completely different. But about whatever you do, you must never tell Remy about this, am I clear? Crystal, you didn't even need to tell me. Your bright red cheek speaks volumes. McHugh. By the way, wasn't there someone else here earlier? Oh, that was Miss Tatara. She's an abandoned umbrella yokai. Does she visit here often? As a matter of fact, she does. She's an avidly reader, so she comes here to read books rather frequently. Probably horror books to get ideas. You don't say. Unlike a certain broom rider, she doesn't take books without asking. Uh-huh. Would you happen to know what she's studying? Mainly methods on surprising humans. Yep, that's her lore pretty much. Surprising humans. Appears she loves to scare people, but most around here aren't terribly frightened of yokai. That is traveling for her. So she came here to ask me about finding other ways to scare humans. But the only books on that subject in the library are rather old, so I doubt they're of much help. I see. Can I take a book? I wanna read her poetry. This tea has already gone cold. Wait, whose was this? That was not for me. For Miss Kogasa's, probably? She often visits. Yeah, consumed her from this last visit. That teacup is from 2 days ago. Why would you leave that out? Sakuya, do your job. To 2 days ago? Yes, she came here then too. She requested some tea from Sakuya. So why has this teacup been left untouched for 2 days? We just forgot to put it away. I didn't even recall she had asked for tea 2 days ago until now. But didn't you notice when Miss Tatara left? Now that you mention it, not at all. I suppose I was too absorbed in my reading. You really didn't notice, huh? Well, I guess that's possible knowing her. But I'll have Takuya take care of it soon. 2 days ago. It's not the day of the theft. Miss Knowledge, would you mind letting us borrow that teacup for a while? I don't see why I would. Thank you very much. Ooh. Do you think this will help us? I'm not sure, but you never know. Miss Knowledge, do you know where we might be able to meet Miss Tatara? I don't know. She never told me. But if she wants to scare humans, maybe she would go somewhere humans live. In that case, it could only be... Well, wait a minute, Aya, you can't mean... Sorry, but please steal your wits, Miji. No, no way, no how. Now, don't be like that. I'm your friend, aren't I? As long as we stick together, everything will be fine. Even if you'll be there, I still don't want to go. Why can't you go by yourself? Myself, but I would need you with me. We're two of a kind, like peas in a pod or pair of shoes. Haven't we been solving these cases together from the start? Yeah. You're right. No matter where you go, I, Momiji Nubashi, will go with you, even to the ends of Gensokyo. That's my girl. Looks like that did the trick. Good thing too, otherwise I'd have to carry all the evidence by myself. Anything more? I think that's it here. Tension cell. Okay, Nitori's house. So dark. What happened to Miss Kawashiro? Why do you seem so excited? After hearing what you said during the trial yesterday, I started to doubt Tenshi did it myself. So I was thinking about investigating stuff on my own, and I got all my forensic supplies ready. So we can examine things other than footprints. You bet. I've saved the best for last. The best for last? But I still need a bit more time before I'm set. I gotta get all the data in order first. And of course you can't show us this data. I can't say you're wrong. But since I caused you so much trouble on the stand yesterday, I'll keep it our little secret. But we use it as evidence in court, won't I let the secret out? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Even if I lose my job over it, at least I'll already have gotten a taste of it. But I feel like I really need to help you guys out, since we live on the mountain together and all. And it should be obvious, but I wanna know who really swiped my suit. Thank you very much, Miss Kawashiro. We'll return your suit for sure. Thanks, I'll be waiting. Okay. There's nothing more here. Investigation. It'll still be a little more time before I've got everything ready to go. So why don't you take another sweep of the area until then? You never know if you've overlooked something, you know? That's true. So let's take one more look. Really covered everything here. Let's go to the storeroom. Nitori's storeroom. Alright, let's inspect every nook and cranny. Since this is my workspace, if there's anything you want to know about the stuff here, just let me know. Okay, sure. Check the safe. Sure enough, it stopped at 1023. Doesn't seem like the safe needs much energy at all to work. Yep, that uses the latest in Kappa energy conservation technology. Yeah, energy conservation. So I said energy conservation. That means it doesn't use as much electricity. Let me put it like this. It uses less electricity than a tiny light bulb. Well, it needs just a little bit more because of the clock, but... So that means that only an insignificant amount is needed to open or close the safe. Yeah, but if the wire's caught, then nothing's getting in nor out. At least that's what I thought. So in other words, as long as it gets a tiny bit of electricity, it's still possible to open or close it. Did the thief have something that could just create electricity? Well, yeah, that's right. Wanna see the record of when the safe was opened and closed? That might give you a clue or two. If you please. There are 3 entries on it. But although I said opened and closed, looks like all that's on here are the times when the safe was opened, so... The oldest record says 2344. Yeah, just the times, no dates or anything. But at least you can tell the difference between AM and PM with it, since it says 2344. You can be sure that was 11:44 late at night. That's why I was working on Yomu's alarm clock. Figured she'd already be asleep by then, so I put it in the safe to finish up in the morning. So you keep everything you're working on in the safe. Well, better safe than sorry. Don't want anything to happen to it. Both the second and third entry says 1023. This might be the day from the day of the incident. That's what it says, then it must have been open in the morning. Would you mind if I held on to this? Sure, go right ahead. Wait, so someone opened, then closed, then open again at exactly 1023. That's super odd. The trash bin? There are some pieces of metal in the trash can. Okay. I think that's everything. Village outskirts. Oh, so it's finally come to this. Get a hold of yourself. What good is a scared cat watchdog? I'm really trying, but scary things are still scary. You're just overthinking it. Boo. It's the ghost. Calm down already, Momiji. Huh? Hehehe. Thanks for pretending to be scared. That actually made me pretty happy. But your reaction got some stiff competition from the humans around here. But pretending? You're a yokai, aren't you? But there's no way you were really scared. Well, sorry to disappoint, but this one is truly as wild as a sheep. Are you serious? And I was only kidding around too. But moving on, you're Miss Kogasatata, right? Correct? Indeed I am, but who are you? I am Maya Shameimaru, full-time reporter and part-time defense attorney. This is my assistant Momiji Nubashiri. Oh, the same Maya who writes the Boom Boom Maru newspaper, right? You know of it? Of course I do. I look forward to reading it every day. Newspapers are the best way to learn about the different societies around here. Thank you very much. So does this mean you are a subscriber? No, I just read the old ones that's been tossed out. I see. So won't you consider... Why is there ing? Won't you consider becoming one? You'd always have the latest information. No thanks. That's okay, I'm just fine with old news. Well, if you insist. She's an old one. And be right back. Go to the washroom. And I'm back. Whoa, more so than I get getting wet on tape. For me, Momiji getting wet is much better. And she's literally at umbrella, so she can't get wet. Well, actually she can get wet, but she wouldn't care, because that's her job to get wet. Anyways, let me pop a cold one. Need some calories so I can keep going. And let's talk to her. about the case. By the way, Miss Tatara, you wouldn't happen to know the recent incident? There was an incident. Yes, an invention was stolen from a couple living on Yokai Mountain. Sorry, but I haven't heard anything about it. I'm into scaring humans, so why'd I hang around the mountain full of yokai? I've never been anywhere near the crime scene. You don't say. And since you're interested in scaring humans, you usually spend your time near the human village. Wait. Actually, never mind. I might be overthinking it. The way she said that just now was kind of sus. That's right, although I haven't been doing as much scaring as I would like to be doing. Man, Sam, you're just like hating on everyone. You're like, fuck Tenshi, fuck Remy, now fuck Tatara. Delicious kind of Sprite. In that case, would you happen to be aware of the rumor about the ghost? Yes, I am, but like you said, it only seems to be a rumor. I've never come across it, at least. So you don't have any details about it? Not at all. Sorry that I couldn't be of much help. So that's fine. I'm just grateful you took the time to talk with us. Now if you will excuse me, I have somewhere else that it must be. Very sus that she's fleeing. I get the feeling she was becoming nervous. She might be more difficult to deal with than Miss Kochia. Aya, maybe we should be going now too. If we've come all this way, we might as well check the village itself. So whatever for, I don't think we're going to find Miss Tatara here. Moji, when did you first hear of the rumor about the ghost? I told you before that it was 2 days ago while I was patrolling. So the rumor of a ghost started spreading 2 days ago, and Miss Kawashiro's camouflage suit was also stolen 2 days ago. Don't you think these are connected in some way? So don't tell me you want to investigate the rumor about the ghost too. Very good, Momiji. You seem to know me like the back of your paw. I don't think you're almost ready to become a reporter yourself. I think you're almost ready to become a reporter yourself. I told you already, I refused to go. But I told you already too, that we're a team. There's no backing out now. Ugh. But in return, I will pay one of your commands after the trial. Really? Do you mean Raya? Only one, and this is a one-time offer. That's just like you being stingy with your favors. Now pull yourself together. Yes, yes. Oh, well. Yes, yes, I will. Oh, Miss Calm and Collective Shameimaru. But if you're willing to go this far for me, I'm in no situation to turn you down. So that's how it said then. Let you go. Let's go in. Now that we're here, let's see if we can't find any leads. Hey, don't see you guys around here much. Cool. Ah, it's Miss Fujiwara. Oh, it's Mokosu. Mokosu. Yeah. Wait, doesn't she usually wear white here? It's Mokotan. Huh, it is a bit red in the actual sprite. TIL. That was like completely white. Yeah, it's not completely white, huh? I never actually noticed that. TIL. Like I thought this shirt was like completely white, like her bow, like her ribbon bow, like red and white kind of. Well, I guess that'd be too similar to Rainbow in a way. But yeah. The Crow and Wolf Tango team, scavenging for news stories, I take it? Well, something like that. But what are you doing here yourself, Miss Fujiwara? I was under this assumption that you're usually guiding people through the bamboo forest. You of all people should know. There's been rumors of some ghosts haunting the village lately. Yes, you're already well aware of that fact. So Kenny asked me to keep an eye around here, see if it shows up. I see. Maybe she knows something about the ghost. Let's try asking a few questions. About the ghost? So then, would you happen to know anything about the ghost? Not a single clue. Doesn't seem like there's been anyone who's actually laid eyes on the thing. And then you got people spreading more rumors about how it's a Brocken Spectre or some super fast yokai. That's just making things worse, you know? So no one has yet to see this ghost? Nope, but one thing that's certain is that they heard a strange voice. And the only other thing is that they all heard it 2 days ago during that big rainstorm. Doesn't seem like anyone's heard it since though. I knew it, so it only comes out in the rain. Maybe. It might show up again today, but all we can do is wait and see. So it hasn't shown up yet. Not yet, but it's important to have patience. I guess thanks to her immortality, Miss Fujiwara has learned to be quite patient during her long life. But for me, the fastest being in Genzokyo, I don't like waiting around one bit. I know I have. Why don't we continue our investigation elsewhere until the ghost appears? That's a good idea. Miss Fujiwara, if you see anything, please do not hesitate to let us know. Sure thing. Man, I really like her theme. Man, this theme's super good. It's one of my favorites. I think that's it. Let's go back to Nitori's house. Maybe she's done prepping. Nope, I guess. Detention cell. She still refuses to talk. Nothing here. Go to SDM. There's nothing here. Let's go and like check everything. I think we're done here. Nitori's house. Not the board, not the lamp. There's nothing else. Storeroom. Oh, we get doctor here. Wires. What about the wire to the safe? Ah, that's right. I was going to say something, but I completely forgot about it. I checked it out, and just as you said, the wire's been caught. Looks like I was right. But why would the thief want to cut the wire to the safe? Actually, I think the wire wasn't cut on purpose, but by accident. The wire that goes from the generator to the safe goes right behind the gear, see? Even the slightest touch can get the wire caught in it. When I took a closer look, I found a piece of wire still stuck between the teeth. Why is it in such a dangerous spot? Well, I don't really care about the layout of the room so long as I can do what I want to do. It's not like there are always other people coming in here all the time either. So that means the intruder might have cut the wire without intending to do so. By the way, you didn't notice the wire was cut until now. Yeah, but I think it was the work of the thief. I found the wire cut in the trash can. That probably means that they were trying to hide it. The trash can, huh? Maybe I should take another look inside. Let's look. So is this the trash can you were talking about? That's right. It's where I throw away odds and ends I don't use, so I didn't think it had anything to do with the case. It doesn't seem like the thief left behind any traces of their presence. So it's hard to think they would have put anything in there. Wait a minute, Aya. I smell a scent of citrus coming from the trash can. Citrus? Yes, I'm positive. That's odd. There should only be machine parts in there. Let's take a closer look inside. Wait, that's dangerous, Aya. There might be sharp objects inside, so if you don't wear gloves, you might cut yourself on something. Let me handle it, so just sit tight. Just sorry for making you go through the trouble. No problem, just any little way I can help you out. But that's all of the pointy bits. Oh yeah, look at the bottom of the trash can. Is that a lemon? Well, I guess life gave them lemon. So they gotta make lemonade now. What how is there a lemon? There are pieces of metal sticking out of it. It's a lemon battery. Looks like a piece of zinc and a piece of copper. Man, to be honest, in real life, there's very few things that a lemon battery can actually power. I don't think one lemon's enough to power a clock, much less a safe, and both at the same time. Oh wait. Oh shit. Now that I think of it, Genzokyo is a world where people are like ignorant of science for the most part other than the Kappa. Because the only other people who know actual legit science are people who know knowledge from the outside world, which are very few. What's something like this doing in the trash? Not even I can tell you that. But screw that, these pieces of metal are here for a reason. There's one sticking out on either end. Why would someone do something like this? Lemon received. Is that even how you're supposed to make the battery? I don't even think you do it like this. Or do you? Can't really tell. Cause like usually the way it works, if I understand correctly, is through the little juice crap in the middle. Is where all the components for making electricity is. But because these are like just stuck so not very deep, and also on the skin, I think it probably wouldn't work that well with just like a thin slice. I don't think this is how a lemon battery works. To my knowledge at least, you need to like put in like a pike into the lemon. Like a whole lemon probably works better than doing it like this. But I don't know that well, so I wouldn't know. But I think that's probably more realistic. This is somehow turning quite puzzling. Indeed. For now, maybe we should ask someone about what we found. What you noticed? Ah, that's right, I noticed something strange this morning. But what was it? There was another sticker on a hook near the doorway earlier, but it went missing. Maybe you should keep your sticker books in a safer place. Oh come on, I don't look that young. That's not what I mean at all. So did you spill some oil there? No. By slicker I mean poncho, a raincoat. Why would I take oil outside this room anyway? I don't know, maybe you had some really big invention you wanted to test outside. Maybe Tenshi took it when she left the house. It was raining at the time and all. So the next time I talk to her, I'll ask her about it. I'd appreciate it. It was Yomu. Tenshi, what's up? So any news? What investigations coming along? That's rather vague. If the situation is as vague as this one, what did you expect? In that case, are we okay situationally? Vaguely. Sigh. What happened? This is night. Did you happen to take a poncho with you from Miss Kawashiro's house? Oh, I believe I did. Why didn't you bring an umbrella? The weather was clear earlier, so I didn't think it was necessary. But if I didn't take anything, but if I didn't take something, I would have ended up drenched. So I took one hanging near the door. I think it's also called a raincoat. That's robbery. I was going to return it later. Good grief, this girl. Thought you weren't one to jump to conclusions. But anyways, the poncho proved nearly useless. Because of the wind, my clothes still ended up soaking wet. So why did you take it without asking? It was still better than nothing. Well, where is this poncho now? I still have it. Here, take it back for me. From what it's worth, a while ago I learned that poncho in some other language is kappa. And I liked it so much that I used to start calling them kappas. So we're turning a kappa to a kappa. That's odd. Thanks. I hope this was the only other thing that went missing. I think that's it. Eatery, here's the present or the poncho. Poncho. Oh yes, Miss Kawashiro, I received this from its Hinanari. I knew it, so she took it after all. And she certainly didn't seem to show any signs of regret in doing so. Well, I guess it's fine since I got it back in one piece. I think you're being a little too quick to forgive. So should I place it by the door? Wait, didn't she wear that on the night of the crime? Don't you think that she could be used? Don't you think that could be used as evidence? You're right, that is rather possible. I don't really need it back right away. You can hold on to it until the trial is over. Really? Then if you insist. Think that's it? What do we have right now? Record, poncho, lemon, teacup, perfume. Does she know how to use a lemon? Let's ask Patchouli. She probably knows. Actually, what's this lemon? What? Really? Really? Seriously? Oh wait. Now that I think of it, the fruit smell must not have been the perfume bottle then. It must have been the lemon. So we need to figure out what this is. So why don't you tell me what the lemon is? You should know, you smart. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. No, Koga-san, I wanna ask you about the tea. Bokosu. Do you know about the lemon? So you don't know about the lemon? What about the teacup? Do you know about the perfume bottle? Let's check with Patchouli. She might know what the perfume is. It's their job after all. Oh, here we go. Yes, that's a nice scent. Miss Knowledge, do you know much about perfume? Yes, while I usually burn incense, sometimes I will wear perfume too. Remy also wears it during tea time because she claims it is soothing, so I know the scent well. So would you know the details about this particular perfume? Yes, it is somewhat unique. This variety is rather difficult to come by. Really? It's made from magic flower native to the forest of magic. This flower has the ability to relax the mind. Oh shit. Either Marisa or Alice. So where would Miss Hinadai get such a rare perfume? I haven't the faintest idea, but at the very least I can inform you this is Miss Margaret Troy's perfume. Oh, it's Alice. That's the same scent she did. Miss Margaret Troy's? By the way, the sleeping medicine in the perfume is also a kind of magical potion. If you want to know more, maybe you should go to the Forest of Magic. I believe I will. Thank you for your help. Let's go investigate at once. Since I provided you with information, you agreed to never tell a soul about my poetry. I told you I wouldn't. You just don't seem like the kind to keep secrets. What? Whatever, shut up. Maybe I was too obvious. Let's go. Arisu. Get over here. Same day, Forest of Magic. Alice's house. Good day. Oh my, how unusual to meet you here. Are you news hunting, perhaps? Actually, I'm here on business as a defense attorney. Oh yes, I remember you have been doing that lately. Did you forget already? And haven't you noticed how busy everyone has been since a few days ago? Well, it's not as if I don't know what happened. I just don't see it as terribly important. And I have no interest in the judicial system regardless. Even though you were found guilty some time ago? If she isn't interested in something, she won't delve too deep into it. I suppose that sounds like her. Perfume. Miss Margaret, I would like to ask you about this perfume, if you don't mind. Oh, how did you come into possession of that? It's not mine. This is evidence from the recent incident. Incident? Yes, when Miss Kawashiro's invention was stolen. She and Miss Hinanai were put to sleep by the contents of this bottle. There was sleeping medicine in the perfume? Yes. When I asked Miss Knowledge about it, she told me that the sleeping medicine was a kind of magic potion. Because I believe something comes to mind. Really? There's a variety of mushroom native here in the forest called the black turnip mushroom. However, it only grows in the deepest parts of the forest, and even then, it is rather uncommon. So its rarity makes it quite valuable. The name is silly, but it's incredibly powerful. By merely inhaling the spores it releases, one will fall into a deep sleep. That sounds awfully dangerous. It is indeed. The minuscule amount within the mushroom itself can even put someone to sleep forever if the antidote can't be given in time. And it's dreadfully quick to act as well. I had no idea such a frightening mushroom existed. But really, you have nothing to worry about. As I said earlier, the reason why it's so valuable is because of its rarity. And so long as you don't disturb it, it won't release any spores. So you believe the spores of that mushroom were used to make this perfume? It seems highly likely. A while ago I used some of that perfume to put Marisa to sleep. You would do something like that? Not terribly often, but since she never returned what I planned to borrow, I used it when I snuck into her house to reclaim my belongings. I guess even she can be daring at times too. At any rate, it seems that there was someone who decided to imitate me. Maybe word has gotten around. Have you told anyone else about it? There was the umbrella monster who asked about it not too long ago. She was seeking advice, asking questions such as which magical ingredients were the most effective. Why did this monster come to you for advice? I met her at the SDM library not too long ago. She was studying about magic potions at the time, too, and she wanted more practical advice. She was so eager to learn, I ended up teaching her quite a lot. Didn't seem like she had any bad intentions, so I told her about the mushroom while we were exchanging humorous stories. So did you give her some of the perfume? Yes, she was so very interested. She began to pester me for it. That was the least I could do, so I gave her a bottle. I see. Now one last question for you. These back-turner mushrooms are rather hard to come by, correct? That's right. In that case, it would be unlikely for someone unfamiliar with the forest to find them, I imagine. That's just how mushrooms are. But if it's just the spores, those can be obtained with little difficulty. Is that true? You can buy them at the Kusama magic shop. Marisa has the mushrooms on hand, but they're so dangerous she'll only sell the spores. So if we just ask her who has bought these spores recently, so it's not that easy. She doesn't remember every single order she gets, and she doesn't keep any sort of record of her sales either. I suppose you're right. Can we find proof that Yokai was able to get these spores? Okay. Let's ask her about the lemon. Teacup. Perfume. Miss Margaret, would you mind making me some of this perfume? Not particularly. You seem to like it, Aya. Well, Miss Knowledge said she did too, so I've been thinking about wearing some myself. I see. Well, I should be able to make it without too much issue. I appreciate it. Nice. Can't believe she has a separate house. She must have a very busy life. A rather large house. I wonder how much of it is occupied by dolls. Let's go to the library now. Oh, something is here. SDM library. Ah, greetings, Miss Shameimaru. Miss Evil Mastermind is here. Hello. Are you also here for research? I suppose you could say that. Is that why you're here? Yes, there is still a great deal I do not know about Gensokyo. Well, she would know about the lemon. That's right, now that I think about it, she's from the outside world. There might be a chance she will know something that we don't. Let's try showing her some evidence. The lemon. Oh, that brings back memories, Miss Shameimaru. Really? What kind of memories? I kind of have a bad feeling about this. Same here, kind of. It reminds me of when I was in elementary school. Elementary school? Ah, excuse me, I forgot you don't have those here. Basically, it's where the young are educated. So when you were young, you learned how to put pieces of metal in lemons at this elementary school. Actually, I learned to use it as a battery. A battery? Like that kind of battery? From a lemon? Huh? You truly didn't know a lemon could do something like that? Not really. Actually, we just found this earlier in Miss Kawashiro's house. Is that so? She's doing such nostalgic elementary experiments at her house? No, I don't think it was Miss Kawashiro's doing. Oh really? Then who could it be? There's something we don't know yet. But never mind that for now. How can a lemon become a battery? If you put a zinc plate and a copper plate on a lemon and connect the wire between them, it'll create electricity. But it's only a very small, tiny amount. Is that true? Of course it is. Lemon juice has what? Oh shoot. Why is it? Why? I didn't even press dial. Game. So much information. I see. Miss Kocha, I think it's about time. I think we weren't meant to read that. It just whizzed by so fast. Holy crap. She was just info dumping us. However, as metal oxidizes, the reaction weakens. All you need to do is clean them off and the electricity will flow once again. That's actually pretty amazing. But not that remarkable, you can't even eat the lemon after it's been used as a battery. That's because the lemon will have harmful zinc and copper ions floating inside. Ah, That's just for humans. Maybe a yokai would still be able to eat it. But maybe that can be an experiment for another time. Excuse me, but we really need... Must be going back to our investigation, Miss Kochia. My apologies. I was overcome by memories. Couldn't stop talking about them. So I believe we learned something, so it's no problem. Because that is the most important thing. Lemon battery. Now, Miss Kochia, would you happen to know about the current incident? Incident? What would this be? 2 days ago, late at night, an optical camouflage suit was stolen from Miss Kawashiro's house. I was curious about the cause of the commotion, but unfortunately I know nothing about it. I was not even aware that there was one until you informed me just now. I see. Detention cell? Nope. Victory's house? Nice, she's ready for Forensics 2.0. Oh yeah, Momiji. Perfect timing. Have we finally finished preparing for the forensic examination? Yep. Let's head for the storeroom and give it a shot. Same day. Nitori's storeroom. Alright, time to get started. What are we going to do this time? Seems more complicated than taking footprints. Actually, this time we'll be taking fingerprints. Fingerprints? Whenever human or yokai touch something with their hands, they leave behind something called fingerprints. I'm sure you'll see little marks left by your fingers on the photos you take, right? And each person or yokai has their own unique pattern in these fingerprints. Meaning, that means if we can tell who touched what if we compare the fingerprints left behind. That's really incredible. Since they stole a camouflage suit from the safe, that means they must have touched it. So let's check that for prints to start out. How exactly do you take fingerprints? I think I'll show instead of tell. Take this special powder and see, just like that. Some strange patterns appear in the powder. Those are the fingerprints. So let's just match them up and we'll know exactly who's been touching my stuff. Sounds interesting. So want to give it a whirl? Only looks like there are two kinds here at first glance. Let's find out who these belong to. What the hell is this white crap? Oh man, this is so bright, it's hard to see. That's Tenshi's, I think. It's actually easier to see on the OBS. In the actual game screen, it's a bit too bright. Looks like Miss Hinanagi's prints. Guess she touched the safe after all. Well, somehow I'm not surprised. The Victory. That makes sense. Perfect match. This is like Miss Kawashiro's prints. What is her safe? You could say it'd be weirder if my prints weren't there. These are probably from when I put the screws in the safe that night. We examined all the fingerprints but didn't find anything particularly useful, did we? Actually, I'm rather concerned about this round mark here in the middle. But since there's no pattern, does that mean it's not a real fingerprint? You're right, there's a chance it might be a fingerprint. But it would be from a gloved hand. Glove? You only leave fingerprints if you touch something with your bare hands. With gloves, it's kind of like hiding them. Even if they leave a mark, there's no way to really tell whose they are. So what an underhanded trick. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But anyway, we know for sure that someone touched the safe wearing gloves. We just don't know who the someone is. So it appears that our thief used gloves. So that means there's no more use in checking the safe for prints. Yeah, it seems that way. But who comes to mind when you think of people who usually wear gloves? Someone like Miss Yukari Yakumo. That's right, she does wear gloves. So that means the thief is Yukari. While the culprit does seem rather crafty, I doubt it's her. Because if she were the thief, she wouldn't need to touch the safe, she'd simply open a gap inside. What if she all touched it on purpose to frame this in an eye? I only heard about it, but then she'd get really upset when Tenshi tried to take over the Hakurei shrine. But would Miss Yakumo really make a mistake like accidentally cutting the wire? All she would have to do is reach into the safe through one of her gaps. I suppose that's true. Then the thief must be someone else, however, we seem to be out of leads. Looking for more leads, let's keep checking for fingerprints. It's not like you only find them on safes or anything like that. If you have any evidence you want me to check, just present it. But if the thief wears gloves, wouldn't it be pointless? Try thinking about it in reverse. The thief wears gloves, then the people who do leave behind fingerprints aren't the thief. I see what you mean. Use process of elimination. We can make your defendant look less guilty. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Let's look for evidence that the thief likely came in contact with. The perfume? Miss Kawashiro, can you please take a look at this perfume bottle? Oh, I guess that's what put us to sleep, huh? Just skip by it a bit. You can see Tenshi's fingerprints, but there's someone else's fingerprints here too. These? Let's try to find a match for them. Isn't that Aya's? Oh, it's Alice's. That makes sense, she made the perfume. A perfect match. These appear to be Miss Margaret Choi's fingerprints. So that clears her from the list of suspects. And the bottle was her property to begin with. Teacup maybe? I don't know why that would be useful, but saliva, gear, safe, footprint, show keyboard. So that's a photo. Could you please examine the optical camouflage suit? The rule of the thief made up with, huh? Sure, just a sec. Yep, it's covered in by fingerprints and Tenshi's too, sure enough. But looks like there's an odd one now. Whose is it? Well, I can't tell just by looking at it, you gotta match it first. Oh, that's right, let's solve this mystery right away. Momiji's? When she touch it? What? But how? Why? Well, what's the matter, Aya? Whose fingerprint is it? It's Momiji's. What? But it wasn't me, I'm not the thief. We know you aren't. The real thief wore gloves. Ah, I suppose so. So with this, we can at least say with reasonable certainty that you're innocent. But anyway, what is Momiji's fingerprint doing here? I don't really know, it shouldn't be, but there it is, plain as day. And you have absolutely no idea either, Momiji. None whatsoever, I never touched it. So just what does this mean? Maybe she got touched by Momiji while they were invisible and wearing the suit. Maybe. Is that it? The memo? Miss Kawashiro, can you check the slip of paper with the safe code for us? The one they found on Tenshi, huh? Give me a moment, okay? Lifting prints from paper takes a little bit of extra. Well, another new crime-fighting weapon. How about it? Do you want to try this next time, Momiji? They're really okay. Alright, I'll do it. Really, at least act a little bit more like we're investigating a crime. Oh wow, I can see the fingerprints. They appear like magic. Let's take a look. Sorry, but it looks like the only prints here are mine and Tenshi's. I see. Oh, and on my first time trying forensic investigation, she seems to be taking it pretty hard. But all she did was follow Miss Kawashiro's directions. I think that's it, isn't it? poncho? Oh yes, check this. Nope. Diamond battery. Guess we did. Okay, tell me. It was somehow used as a battery. This lemon, a battery? Miss Kocha told us all about it. Something to do with electrolytes and oxidation reduction reactions. Oh, I get it. Well, I never thought of that. It can be used as a battery. But in any case, I think it's all but certain that the thief used this lemon to create the electricity needed to open the safe. I see. But I don't think we can check it for fingerprints. All the juice makes it pretty hard. So we'll all have the metal plates. Good idea. I'll have them ready in a jiffy. That's weird. Nothing showing up. Nothing at all? Well, if I had to say something, I think these are prints left behind by someone wearing gloves. So no definite fingerprints for now. Okay. Really check the safe. I think that's everything, right? Guess that's everything. Let's check the human outskirt, or like the human village, for the ghost sighting. Nice. Yeah. Looks like the village is in an uproar. It certainly sounds like it. I wonder what happened. Hey, it's you guys. Perfect timing. What happened, Miss Fujiwara? That ghost just showed up. What? Really? So where is it now? How am I supposed to know? No one can see it. But I heard its voice, no doubt about it. Gotta be somewhere close. But how are we going to catch something we can't see? Hey, what should we do? I got it. I know how to catch it. What did you say? Even if it isn't visible, it must have some form. In that way, there is a contradiction of physics. A contradiction of physics? It's raining. Rain doesn't just pass through your body, does it? So even if a ghost can't be seen, the raindrops will still hit it. So wherever the rain isn't falling is where we'll find the ghost. I get it, so we're just finding a hole in the rain. Yeah. Over there. We've got you now. So you think you can run away from us, huh? Right, it's no good. We lost sight of it. Probably hiding under that overhang. I see, it looks like we got careless. Huh? Please look over there, Aya. Footprints. You're right. And they don't look like ours either. They've gotta be the ghosts. Track it down. The footprints all of a sudden disappeared. I guess it decided flying was a better idea. Looks like we let it get away. I think there's something near the footprints. What could it be? It's in a bottle. Appears to be water. But the water looks solid. That's kinda strange, don't you think? You're right, almost looks like netting. Maybe the ghost meant to drop it. I don't think so, since you found it near the footprints. And I've thoroughly combed the entire area, and I don't remember seeing that either. Okay, let's have Miss Kawashiro take a look at this. But Aya, the trial's already about to start. What? Ready? What should we do? We've no other choice. So for now, I'll take a picture for the court record. Can you hurry over to Miss Kawashiro's place and have it checked for fingerprints? Understood. Water wiping added to the court record. May 15th, 1:57 p.m. We defendant's waiting room. And I think, unfortunately, I'm going to be calling it here today. There's still a big trial coming along, probably because it's the extra in the last chapter. And we got most of the notebook stuff. And I think the story's starting to round up with all these like insane amount of evidence piled up. So I think we're going for the final oomph now. So I think I'm gonna call it here. We'll continue next time. So see y'all next game.